are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian.
I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you.
Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues.
Presented by Scott Credit Union. Yours.
I guess I was muted. I didn't realize that. Hey, and hopefully I wasn't muted that long. Welcome to the BlueNote Fan Report. I am Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. And yes, I am stuck listening to the Kings. Believe it, I'd have to go to a Kings game. I'd have to get on an airplane, fly 5 hours, go to LAX, then go. Is that local? Now, I get that they show the local sports channel, but it's still not local, right? And it drives me crazy. And expect for the Ducks. For the Ducks, we don't even get that because they're on Victory now. We don't even get them. Yet they're still considered local. So sometimes I miss the game because of that. The Blues looking to sweep the Kings. I think they are 2-0. Are so far. Let me double check. I think we beat them both times. I don't completely remember. Are you ready to go, big man? You're muted.
And yeah, I'm good to go. And no, sir, the Blues have lost both games against LA. And
they have lost both games. Okay. Well, see, again, I misread what was on because I get to watch the Kings feed. So I'm forced to pay attention to what they're putting up, and they said sweep. So I'm thinking again, the Blues are sweeping, right? So no, we've lost. We guess we've lost both of them, and I didn't remember that. Are my daughters at the game?
Both in extras. So after regulation.
Yeah. My girls are on the way to the game. They got stuck in traffic, but they're hoping to be there before puck drop. I hope they get there before puck drop too. I think it's great, man. Both my daughters getting to go to the game. I think this is the first time that the two of them have gone to a game together since Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals against San Jose in 2016.
Huh? There you go.
Right. My youngest is not a sports fan. right? She goes. The only reason she goes to sporting events is for food, right? Like she wants to go to the Dodgers so she can have a Dodger dog, and she hates hot dogs, but she wants the food. So the reason she's going to this game is my oldest, who is getting into female hockey, and I keep telling her I want to bring her on the show to talk about it, but she tells me no way, Jose. She about 3 weeks ago, maybe even 4 weeks ago, called me up and said, "Hey, help me get tickets." So we got her tickets. I got her pretty decent tickets on the penalty box side, second level, but right in the front row. So the front row of the second level, you know, the upper level, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
They should have a good time. Blues, they're not out of it, but are they out of it? How do you feel about this?
No, the Blues are not out of it. This game could just as easily go the Blues' way as it could not go their way. They lost the last game in heartbreaking fashion. They didn't start the game well against San Jose, but they picked it up in the very end and played the hockey that they had been playing for the Olympic break. Unfortunate goal by Holfer led it up there at the end. They deserved at least a point in that game. You know, and I know that's crazy to say after a slow start that they had in the beginning, but still, it doesn't matter whether it was a slow start or not. It matters that the fact that they got back to their game and they figured it out and they got back to what they have been doing since the Olympic break. So I'm going to say that they deserved at least a point in that game. Didn't get one. As for this game, the swings could be good or bad. If the Blues win this game in regulation, the playoff hopes are certainly still alive because that puts you within 2 of the Nashville Predators. Still.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah.
You're not.
It's not all doom and gloom. Everybody, you know, we saw the loss against San Jose and the way it happened, it was heartbreaking, but I think people, like I said, it's the instant reactionary feeling that a lot of Blues fans are having that, oh, well, they lost it. They're done. They're over. It's over. No, they're not. They're 4 points out still. They're 4 points out. Yes, the San Jose loss was a bad loss to take, but we all knew that this was going to be an uphill battle. If they're going to make it, they're going to have to overcome some good teams in the final stretches here.
Yeah. For me, the only reason that I look at this and go, I'm not going to be optimistic. I mean, yeah, realistically, mathematically, they're still in it, but realistically, to me, they're not because there's so many teams. It's not like last season when they were there. I think they had to jump 1 team or 2 teams, but they had games in hand on every team ahead of them. And that made it to where they were able to get to where as long as they won, they were in. Well, they can win now and still not be in. You know, and that's the difference here. The other thing is, and first of all, let me say a big thank you and a hello to Cindy Lou and Sharon Spinks. Sharon put that heart in the air, said she loves us like she always does, and we greatly appreciate her when she does that. Please, both of you, Hefner says, please, both of you said it was over a month ago. I
didn't, but I'll let you take that.
Yeah, you may not have. I don't remember. I'm going to be honest. I don't
remember. You don't remember, but Guy, you know as anybody else knows that I've been completely optimistic when you were giving up on this team, and I'm not going to say full giving up, but when you were like, this team is done, I didn't say that. So I know you can tell me, I know you can say that to everyone here that I never said that.
Well, I thought that I didn't think they were a playoff team, but I wasn't for tanking either.
No,
right?
No. I'm not saying tanking. I'm just saying that you got to the point where you're like, oh, this season's a wash. This season's done. You never said tank or anything like that. You just said that this season's over. This season's done. I never said that. So, I get it. You're entitled to your opinion there, John, but I never said that. So, and if you can find a clip where I did say that, then be my guest. But I never said it. So
I know that you've been more optimistic. I do admit this. You've been more optimistic than I have. I got and without being a jackass, I got a few more seasons under my belt than you do, and a lot more disappointment than you do. So that might be why I wasn't as optimistic as you've been. And that's fine. It's been one of them seasons, you know. We started this season thinking that we were going to be the shit, and we started the season shit. You know, here it is. We're down to the last 8 games or 9 games, and we're hopingly going to move things forward and see what happens. We talked about this a little bit in the playoff format, and I brought up that Brett Hull thing with the playoff format, and you know, hating the 8 to. There is another reason why I am so against changing this format. It is because of something that's happening right now that people don't realize. Go back and look the last 5 seasons. 10 games. John, come on, man, be nice. He's in a mood. I
don't care. I don't care. Like I said, it is what it is. Like I said, if that's what if that's what he remembers, then fine. But I mean, again, I didn't say it. I would have remembered saying it. I didn't say it, but if he thinks I said it, then that's fine. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm just saying. I mean, you don't have to say be nice. I mean, it is what it is. If that's what he thinks, that's what he thinks.
So so what I was trying to get at was, let's go into I'm looking, they're showing the outside. I'm looking to see if I see my daughters come in the game. What's happening right now? Go back the last 5 seasons. Look at the last 10 games and how many teams were eliminated. Right? Mm-hmm. 8 games remaining for the most part, right? 8, so average 8 games remaining. How many teams have been eliminated from the playoff contention with 8 games remaining?
This year?
Yeah, this season. How many teams have been eliminated? 8 games remaining.
I know there is teams that are out of it right now that are technically out of it. I know the Rangers are out.
Yeah.
Who else was out? Was Florida out yet? No. I don't know if Florida's out yet. Florida's not statistically out, but I mean they're out of it. But who else? It was the Rangers. I feel like there's somebody else, isn't there? Am I missing somebody? Vancouver, yeah, Vancouver.
With 8 games left, there are 2 teams out of 28 out of 32 that are eliminated from the playoffs. The parity that is within this league means that even if you go 1 to 8, you're going to lose 1 to 2 teams that are Stanley Cup contenders in the first round, no matter what. It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Give me the playoff rivalry. Give me the rivalry. Give me the building of that rivalry. I want that more than I want anything else. I'll take that over the 1v8 just so a team has a better. Now, there is one thing you could do in the second round that I might be okay with. But I still don't think this is, you could reseed in the second round. Mm-hmm. Right? Instead of bracket styling. Now, the reason I went to bracket styling, and Bettman said this, is because of the NCAA. How many people love filling those brackets out? And when you have a bracket, people love filling theirs out. When the NHL does their bracket challenge, I mean, the amount of people that put a challenge, do the challenge, I mean, you're talking 10, 15 million people do the bracket challenge. On both, U.S. and Canada and worldwide, still, it's a huge number for a niche sport, for a sport that not everybody follows, right? And it's because people like doing the brackets. You go to this 1v8, you take the brackets away. Because the 1v8 everybody wants is 1v8 reseed, 1v8 reseed, semifinal reseed, semifinal reseed, conference finals, right? Yeah. You're still going to get, first of all, you can't do brackets, right? It doesn't work. And second, you're still going to get these upsets. They're still going to happen. I would rather have these great playoff rivalries, right? The rivalry with Nashville, the Trashville rivalry that we have, really didn't happen until we met them in the second round the year they went to the conference finals, right? Where they upset the number one team in the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When they made the final. Yeah, when they made the final in 2017
Right?
against Pittsburgh.
That's where this Smashville rivalry really picks up. It really picks up at that point right there.
Yeah. By the way, I just wanted to say, I know you're not doing comments, but yeah, hey Sam, I saw you popped in there. I know you said you popped in. You popped in for a few minutes. I wanted to get that out of the way, just so you know that we're acknowledging you here. So
yeah, we just have something else going. And there's not a lot of comments. That's why I just kind of hi Sam. So I apologize for that, Sam. Forgive me. You know we love you.
No, you're good. You're good. I just was making sure that we hit it. Yeah, no, the thing that's weird about this is what people don't really understand is the Blues are me and you have never been on the tank wagon. We're not on the tank wagon, but the thing is with the season that the NHL is having, it's not just the Blues that are having an anomaly year. It's like I said, it's one of them years in the NHL where you're seeing that normalcy go away, because you have seen a bunch of normalcy for, the longest time. You've seen the same teams in the playoff every year, Colorado, and you still have those teams, but you're seeing the parity of different teams getting in, and it usually happens where you have one season where it just randomly happens like this, and you get a bunch of upsets of teams that you didn't expect to make it. And that's what it feels like to me. And the fact that the Blues are where they're at right now, sitting four spots outside of a playoff spot, but they still have the 5th best odds of winning the draft lottery, that tells you that that's an anomaly season. Because if you're 4 points out, you would think that you're not anywhere near having that high of a chance at winning the draft lottery, right? With 4 points out of the playoffs. That goes to show you how weak, I guess, the West has been compared to the East, with how close the race has been with the East. And the race is close in the West, but it's like you expected like so many other teams to be in different positions than where they are right now.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I struggle with it. I don't think that you can say that one is weaker than the other, but I don't think you can say that the West is weak. Right.
The West. Okay. The West is weaker than the East, right? This season. It's weaker than the East this season. You have the same amount of teams, you have the same teams that you expect to be at the top. You have the top 3: Minnesota, Colorado, Dallas, up there at the top, and then everybody else is just kind of there. Now, if you're talking from a standpoint of stats and standings, and yes, the Eastern Conference has been more competitive than maybe not more competitive is the word, but it's been the better conference, I think, this season. And that's not a bad thing because it fluctuates. Some seasons, the
4 years, it's been the West.
Yeah, it's been the West that's been the most competitive.
And the Central Division's been the toughest division.
Yeah.
Been the toughest division in the league for 3 or 4 years now.
Well, and technically, even though it's an anomaly season, then the West is not as great not as competitive as it has been. The Central is still amongst the best in the league. I mean, the Central Division has always been one of the toughest divisions in the league to play. But yeah, the East has been an absolute dogfight over there. The teams over there that they have just been going at it like killing snakes over there. They got a bunch of teams that are playing really good hockey over there. They're really in a tight race over there. Obviously, you have a lot of teams in this tight race in the West, but it's a little different. The West consists of, I think, me personally, it may change in a couple of years, seeing as the teams that are getting younger and everything. Pacific. The Pacific is the weakest division in the league, in my opinion. And it will grow because you have guys like Celebrini, you guys have like Leo Carlson, the Anaheim Ducks, the San Jose Sharks. They're growing into, better and better teams, but they're still a part of the weakest division in hockey. I mean, you just look at the parity between the Central in the Pacific, and you just look at the points differential, and the top leader of the Pacific is like 20 points behind the leader of the Central.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes to show you the parity in the league right there.
Yeah, well, that was the point I was trying to make at the beginning, was how much parity there is in the league, and why with all this parity, the 1v8 makes even less sense, right? I mean, I know a lot of people don't get that, but it really, when it comes down to it, that's what I'm talking about. When you have this much parity, the 8th ranked team is going to beat a number 1 ranked seed, right? Or the number 1. A 7 is going to beat a 2. It's going to happen, right? So even if we went 1v8 in the West and here's the difference. If you went 1v8, the number 2 seed would be a weaker seed than the number 3 or 4 seed. Right? Because the number 2 seed would be the Pacific champion, which is right now the Ducks. And I think the Ducks have, at this point, 83 points, 84 points, something like that. Maybe a little more than that. Right? What do the Ducks have? Do you know off the top of your head by any chance?
I can. It was Duck. Last time I saw it was a little lower than that, but I think it might have raised depending on how many games they won. They have 87 points now, so they have raised quite a bit from where they were, because at first they were like at 77 points, and
so
yeah,
but
so it has gotten a little bit more respectable,
right? So what happens is, if you go 1v8, which everybody wants, the number 2 seed in the West would be a weaker team than the 3 and 4 seed. Right? Because the way you would seed it, the division winners get 1 and 2, and then everybody else goes down that way. So it would go, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. I could have this wrong, but it would go Colorado, the Ducks, Dallas, the Wild. Then you would have either Edmonton or the Knights, one of those two. And then you would have Utah and the Predators. That would be 1v8, right? I'm telling you, while I don't think the Preds will knock off the Ducks or knock off the Avalanche, I do think Utah will knock off the Ducks. I do think Utah could knock off the Ducks. And then you look at who you got, the Wild, or not the Dallas. This is one of those teams that you think is, it's going to face either the Edmonton or Vegas. Those are both cup contending teams. So you're getting the exact same thing that you're bitching about. And it's going to happen every single year as long as you have parity. And the NHL has wanted parity for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah. AC, that's very cool, man, that you ran into Kopitar playing Pokemon Yo. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, I seen that.
Kopitar's a good dude.
He says, I caught a Kopitar. So I think a Kopitar is a character in Pokemon, right? In Pokemon Go. I think so. I'm not completely sure.
I don't know. I do like Pokemon. I'm not well versed in my Pokemon, but I do like it. But I thought it said, because I misread it clearly, and I thought he said that he caught Kopitar, like he ran into Kopitar while he's playing Pokemon Yo. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But
whoa. So Wayne says, and Wayne, I gotta argue on this, man. And Wayne, I love you, buddy. He says you can't have Dallas playing Minnesota in the first round. What's the difference between them playing Minnesota or them playing the Knights or Edmonton? Edmonton has been in the Stanley Cup Finals, the last 2 years, right? It's no different. It's no different. I want the rivalry. I like the rivalry that is being created between Edmonton and the Kings because of the playoffs. Not that they're in the same division, but because they played each other for 4 straight years in the playoffs. That creates rivalries. And that's why I so disagree with this 1v8, because you're going to get the same thing that you're bitching about.
It does create the rivalry there. With the way that it's happened, I mean, Ed's biggest rival is Calgary. I mean, that's always been the Battle of Alberta. That's your main thing. And with the way I understand what you're saying, I like your Central Division analogy a little better, because with the way I mean, it does create rivalry, it does create tension between those teams. But I mean, if you look at the way that those matchups have went for those two teams, I mean, Edmonton dominated the first two, and then LA choked the last one. So it's like, I get what you're saying, but I think the Central Division is a better analogy here for like rivalries.
Well, yeah, the rivalries
are
going to get created interdivisional because of these playoffs. But they don't get, believe it or not, those rivalries don't get made in the division in and of itself. They get made in the playoffs, right? And I was thinking about this yesterday when I was walking the store, and it was coming up to me. I remember the Norris division. The Norris division, and I think they played in this division for about 8 years. I don't know for sure, right? I think it was about 8 years, 7 or 8 years, maybe a little longer. And the Norris division was the Blackhawks, the Detroit Red Wings, the Minnesota North Stars, the St. Louis Blues, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. For the duration of that, only two teams, actually only one team in the Norris division, made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. If I remember correctly, it might be two. There might be another one. I think Chicago may have made it one year that they were still in the Norris, but I'm not completely sure. But the only team that I can think of that I'm pretty sure made it to the Stanley Cup Finals during those Norris division years was the Minnesota North Stars, and they did it from the bottom position. They defeated a number one ranked, the President's Trophy winning Chicago Blackhawks in round one, and in round two, defeated. Hi, Sergio. He says, I know you're not doing so well, but I will subscribe. I don't know what you mean by not doing so well, but I appreciate it anyway. Right? Defeated the number two ranked St. Louis Blues in the second round. And I honestly forget who they defeated in the Western Conference Finals before they got lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first of their wins, right? With not Crosby, with Mario Lemieux. The Mario Lemieux wins, right? The Mario Lemieux days. But that was a hell of a division. In fact, that division was so good that Chris Berman used to call the NFL North, which was, do you remember who was in the NFL North back in the day? I think it's close to the same teams now. Right?
No, I mean, you can just go through them.
The NFL North was the Detroit Lions, the Minnesota Vikings, the Chicago Bears, and the Green Bay Packers. I think it was only 4 teams in the North. There might have been a fifth, but I don't think so. Right? He used to call the NFC North, the NFC North division. Right? This is him calling a football team the Block and Do division based on hockey. That's where I talk about how rivalries get created, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Hockey has always been whoever's playing at the top of their game come playoffs is the team that can go all the way. Very true. Very true. And if that's the case, why are we trying to take that away? Right? It's not like the NBA where only the top seed every year gets, the difference in the NBA, the difference between the top team in the league and the bottom team in the league is not minuscule. It's actually a visible, without an electron microscope, division. In the NHL, in my eyes, the difference is minuscule, right? It is very minuscule. Now, the Kings, if they win this game, they jump themselves into a playoff spot, right? They jump themselves into a playoff spot. Oh, I get to watch John Kelly tonight. Okay, I'll take that. I get John Kelly tonight.
Well, yeah, no, I remember I told you that. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the LA feed. Yeah, you get John Kelly. So,
no, I probably didn't hear it. I was probably bitching about the playoff format.
It'll be like I said. It's gonna have high stakes. Obviously, everybody sees the Blues as out of it. If the Blues win this game in regulation, you first of all you take away points. You take away the 2 points from LA if you win it in regulation. You gain 2 points. You're 75 points at that point. You're 2 points behind Nashville. If Nashville continues to skid, that they're going to struggle. No one's taking. The problem is no one's taking that spot. No one's taking that final spot. It's all up in the air right now. So there's not a team right now that I'm saying is playing good enough. The Blues lost. The Blues lost the last game, but as for like all the teams that are in that race right now, the Blues are the best team playing out of everybody in that race right now, and they're not in a spot. But that's because they struggled coming out of the gate in October, November, December, stuff like that. But the Blues, as of right now, are the best team in that Western Conference race, or the wild card race. Sorry, but. So everything is not doom and gloom. It's not over yet until the season is completely done. And I know a lot of people put stock in the Colorado games. And yes, Colorado is going to be challenging, but the problem is Colorado has already clinched. So I'm not saying that's a free win or anything like that, but Colorado is already clinched. So that means that they're not going to be as hungry as the St. Louis Blues will be when they play them. So that I will say that with confidence, because a young team in the St. Louis Blues who are playing good hockey, playing with confidence, that game that we saw in Colorado earlier this year when the Blues were just pitiful and they didn't have freaking any shots on net, that's not going to happen again. It's not going to happen because the Blues are too hungry right now.
What the Blues did on their app and the schedule?
No, I didn't.
Go look at it. Go look at the schedule for the Colorado games.
Okay.
I want you to see this before I bring it up.
Did they put a water bottle on it?
No. Almost as good. Almost as good.
Okay. I'm glad that you got that reference when I said.
No, I got it.
Let's see here. Schedule. Nope. Wrong button there. Wrong button. Where is it? Where is the schedule? Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, is it the old logo?
They put the Nordiques logo.
Yeah, the Nordiques logo.
Oh, I loved it. Oh, by the way, I got to say this. I absolutely freaking hate April Fool's Day. I hate it with a passion. In our group, the Hawaii STLBlues fan clan, which is the BlueNote Fan Report, even though it has my name on it, it's part of the BlueNote Fan Report. Someone put a April Fool's, but didn't put it that way, said that the St. Louis Blues have traded Jordan Kyrou and Dylan Holloway to the Vegas Golden Knights in exchange for Jack Eichel and Ivan Barbashev. My question is, A, is that a believable trade? And B, if that was an offer, would you take it?
Well, first, I was just before you said anything, I was about to say I really hope you didn't fall for that. But I hope you didn't.
For about 10 seconds, and the only reason I didn't like jump in on it was because of trade deadline. If April Fool's would have been before the trade deadline, yes, I would have jumped all over it.
Yeah, no, it would have had, but I was like, I saw it too. I saw it on there too, and I'm like, oh, dude, this is just completely April Fool's. I saw it. My feed was just flooded with a bunch of April Fool's stuff. People trying to get people.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Earl had been fired after one game.
It's well, and I saw one where one was like, oh, Blues giving captaincy to Jordan Bennington, something like that too. I was like, but and I didn't read into any of them because I knew they're all April Fool's jokes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, would that be a realistic trade? See, for me, no. I guess the first question is it realistic? No, it's not realistic because I don't think that trade would ever become a fruition. I don't think. And see, the thing is Jack Eichel is a fantastic player, and I just don't think the Vegas Golden Knights would ever just give him up like that. Holloway, I like Barbashev. I've always liked Barbashev. I think he's a blue collar guy.
Barbashev was the guy that traded in that when everybody got traded. That I was like, that's the bad move. If you want to get younger, trading him is the bad move. Especially, I think what you got for him was a 3rd round pick, right?
And Zach Dean. You got Zach Dean.
Yeah. Right.
Which he hasn't come to fruition yet either. But Barbashev was a guy I didn't want to see go. But the thing is I like both guys. I like Eichel. I like Barbashev. I just don't know if I'm doing that trade. And like I said, the first question was, is it realistic? I just don't see that trade ever come. I don't even think that trade would ever even come to fruition, to be honest. I don't think the Vegas Golden Knights would do that. I don't think now, as for like a change of scenery for Jordan Kyrou, I'm kind of okay with it. For me, also with Jack Eichel, he's a fantastic player, but Jack Eichel, he's not some like angel by any means, if that makes sense. Like Jack Eichel's kind of a big head. He's kind of an ego. He has a big ego, and I don't know if I particularly want that on my team, but I can understand for the skill wise why you would want Jack Eichel, if that makes sense.
My daughters are going to watch puck drop up close. And they sent me a couple of pictures of the game, like really close. I'm real happy. I'm really excited about this.
That's good. Glad they get to go. And
yeah. So for me, and we're about to have puck drop. So puck drop for me, the part of that. First of all, I'm not giving up Holloway. And second, Eichel is an injury concern. Injury concern. And Barbashev is probably, I don't see Barbashev being, he's the weakest player of those four. So where are we that's not even up like that. That's a lose for the Blues. That's a huge lose for the Blues in my eyes. Right? Kairou's better than Barbashev. And I would almost put Holloway close to equal to Eichel. I could put Kyrou close to equal to Eichel.
Holloway's a guy that just fits. I think the one thing that gets taken out of consideration for some people when trades are happening and talked about is what fits your mold, what fits your team. Holloway fits this team so perfectly like a glove because he plays so blue collar. He's a blue collar player. The Blues have built their franchise on blue collar guys. Not superstars like Celebrini, McKinnon's. I mean, obviously they had those players back in the day, but 2000s, ever since I've been born, all I've known is blue collar Blues hockey, not, McKinnon, Celebrini, McDavid. The Blues have never had those types of guys. I mean, they did, obviously, back in the back.
Oh, yeah. There we go. That was a good call.
Oh,
Well, we're getting
there
power
we go.
play right off the get-go. Snuggerud.
Getting the power. I think it looks like you might be a little ahead of me, a little ahead of me for quite a bit, actually, here. I don't know.
I cannot change this. I'm watching the cable feed.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're
Okay,
good.
I'm just letting
letting
you
you
know
know.
I cannot change it. I'm watching the cable feed. Right?
Yeah, Snuggerud almost busted in there. That's
would have had was, I mean, it was a good penalty to take because Snuggerud would have absolutely
had an opportunity.
One-on-one, one-on-none. Right?
Mm-hmm. So I love the switching that they're doing. Like, obviously, they didn't change anything besides the goaltenders. I'll be honest. Here's my thing. And I could be completely off here. We talked about it. Jordan Binnington, Hofer's been like they both have picked up their game, and I understand the switch on why they switched off to Binnington. I'll be honest. You got a day off. Honestly, I would have loved to see the ballsy play and put Hofer back in net and see how he responded. I would have.
I
would have.
I understand what you're saying. Too important of a game. Too young of a player. Oh, and this power play is looking really bad. Oh, we just had to take, there went our power play. Dvorsky had to take that penalty. Dvorsky had to take it.
I'll have to see this though because Byfield's a known diver. So let me see this before I judge on if this was actually a penalty or not. Because
it was.
Byfield is a diver.
Yeah, but he prevented he definitely prevented a breakaway. Now maybe not so much. Oh, well, I can see it was a delayed fall, but he did get his skate in there. He did get his stick in there. It was a delayed fall, so maybe you could call it a dive. But it was a delayed. He did get his stick in there, and it was a delayed fall. I don't completely know, but. Four on four for a minute 13, and then the Kings will have about 47 seconds of a power play. Just heard them call Benner the ace, and I disagree. He's still the number one. I mean, it may not be his net, but he's still the number one.
The reason I say it, and like I said, I understand why you disagree, but again, Hofer is your future. You need to, like I said, it's about the Sesame Street safe thing. Like, don't play it safe, man. If you like, the Blues have nothing to lose at this point. Obviously, you're pushing for the playoffs, but if Hofer can't rebound, then you know what you're getting a little bit. If you can put Hofer back out there and see how Hofer responds. He gave up a bad goal. He knows it. His whole team knows he gave up a bad goal. If you go back to him, maybe that shows him confidence. Maybe that shows him that, oh, hey, this team trusts me enough to go back in the net and get the job done. That to me does more in my eyes.
It's sad because now he's taking on the Ducks, which are the better team. He's taking on the Ducks. He will be the guy in that because they are going 1-1-1-1. He will be the guy against the Ducks, and then they will split the home and home. I would think that Binnington gets the away and Hofer gets the home. Right?
I could see, and I'm okay with that. Like I said, I'm not hurt. Like it's not something that I'm hurt by any means. Like I don't care that Binnington's in this game. I'm just saying that if I wanted to be ballsy, and first of all, the Ducks, I think, are the better team, playing wise compared to the LA Kings. But I think that even if I gave Jordan Binnington the game against the Ducks, I think he would be okay against the Ducks as well. I don't think that I'd have to worry too much. I just was thinking of a standpoint of, hey, how do you get some growth out of, Hofer, continue to see that growth. And I think it's, hey, put him back in the net after he had a not so stellar performance and see how he responds. See if he has another bad game. And if that's the case, then sadly, you take the risk of losing a game. But at the end of the day, the Blues it looks like an impossible feat right now that they're going to make the playoffs. So you might as well just take the chances when you get them.
It's not that I disagree with you, but I kind of agree with what Kelsey's saying here. They've been alternating. Why change it to mess with Hofer's head? And I kind of agree with that. Jason Mosman says the Blues should win tonight. Kings are a good team right now, and they are super vulnerable at home. I do not want them to make the playoffs. They're being propelled to wins and are competing because of Panarin.
The Kings.
Oh, he doesn't want the Kings to make the playoffs. Okay.
Oh, I don't either. The Kings. I'm telling you right now, it's pointless. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be negative, and I don't mean to sound like some type of homer. And this isn't just because all the Blues are in the race. LA making the playoffs does nothing for me. It does nothing because LA is going to be another first round exit. They have shown us on numerous times that they can't get it done in the playoffs. They've shown us numerous times a year. I don't want to see LA in the first round again. That's an easy matchup for Colorado, especially. If they can't,
I don't know if that's an easy matchup. I whoever faces Colorado, I want them to be a playoff tested team, right? Because a playoff tested team is going to know how. They're not going to lay down and just be happy they got there.
Exactly.
If it's the Predators not a playoff tested team. They were one of the worst teams in the league last year. If it's the Mammoths are not a playoff tested team. Just saying if something happens, they fall down.
Yeah.
Most of the teams there that are in this fight, only one or two of them are playoff tested teams, right?
Which is why I said that I wasn't trying to be biased. The best team in the race right now that could, I think, give Colorado the best run for their money, not saying that they would win, is the Blues. And it's because of how they play in the playoffs. It's because of how they play.
And you're right there. I'm not completely disagreeing, but I do think that I don't consider the Blues a playoff tested team, to be honest with you. Right? Because they have won playoffs in the last 4 years. Right? That was last year. And by the way, Jason Mossman, and I think I know Jason from somewhere. He says, from a Kings fan, by the way. Jason, welcome to the show. We keep the comments coming from the Kings side of it. We love when we have fans of the opposing team giving us their best. We really, really do. And I want to say a big shout out to Mom, Teresa Singer, Aaron Nels, John Hefner, John Jeffrey, and Sharon Speaks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This team hasn't played in the playoffs. Actually, yes, they did. The majority of these guys were in the playoffs last year. The majority of them were in the playoffs last year. Right? I can only think of a couple that weren't. Right? That don't have playoff experience. Oh, okay. Now I know where Jason's from. He's from my fantasy league. Okay, I got it, Jason. Thank you. I knew you. I just couldn't think of where I knew you from. I knew the name was familiar.
It's just, for me, the Blues, obviously they've been in the playoffs once, in the last couple of years, and that's fine. But if you look at the fight that they put up against Winnipeg, and they should have won. We talked about this numerous times until we're blue in the face. They should have beat Winnipeg. They were the better team in that whole series. The only game that the Winnipeg Jets actually physically won was Game 5.
Yeah.
Was Game 5. Outside of that, the Winnipeg Jets were not good. They were not good. Especially being the President's Trophy winners. They were not a good team. But again, I just go off of how the Blues play, and I get it. We have young guys, we have the youth, but that's the thing. We have the mix of some guys that have had playoff experience. Robert Thomas, Colton Parayko, Broberg's been in there. Holloway didn't get. Yeah, Kairu's in there. well, Holloway didn't get to play with us last year, but he did play for the Edmonton Oilers. But there's guys on this team that are mixed bag of tough guys to play against in the playoffs, and then you have the young guys that are going to get reps. Jimmy Snuggerud, he played his first playoff games last year.
Yeah.
He was spectacular.
Stenberg, Dvorsky, Lindstein. These are guys that need that experience, and I'm with them getting it too. I'm Justin. I'm not completely disagreeing with you. I'm just not completely agreeing with you either. Does that make a little bit of sense, buddy? And he froze or he's ignoring me. One of the two. I think he froze. Well, I am seeing one thing this game that I don't like already, and we'll oh, nice. Hopefully Justin will be back here in a second. I'm gonna pull him out until he refreshes or does his thing. There is something that I'm seeing that I don't like, and I wonder if you guys are seeing it. Tell me if there's something you see from the Blues play that you're not happy with right now. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Oh, let me know. By the way, Sister JJ, next game, Friday's game, I will have your horn. I will have your horn. I got to change how I record it, but I will have it. I will have it then. I was working on it, and then I didn't realize that I could change the file format. All right. So hopefully we'll get it. A physical, fast team challenges the Avs in the playoffs. I agree with that. You good, bud? All right. I said you either froze or you were pissed off and ignoring me.
No, I froze.
Yeah, I figured. I'm joking, man. I am seeing something in this game that I don't like, and I'm wondering if you're seeing it too.
What?
They're chasing the puck. They're chasing the puck a little bit. Right? And that's what happened in the first two periods, almost, the majority of the game against the Sharks. They were chasing the puck. And now the last series, they didn't feel like it, but up to the last series, it felt like they were chasing the puck, especially on that power play. They had the power play, and it felt like it. It will be on the It will be on the next game day show, John. I still have to do something to get. I have to record it again a different way. Now that I figured out how to do that, I will have it. It will be on my soundboard for the next game day show. All right. Oh, Fiala had a kid. Fiala is our Fiala, right? No, is that our Fiala? No.
No, that's Kevin. It's Kevin Fiala.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. No,
I just was saying, like I said, if
long reach.
Yeah, I just was saying if I look at just the teams that are in the race right now, and I look at them from the objective standpoint of, what they have on the team, what you could possibly see from them as a simple, game style. You have Nashville, LA, Seattle, St. Louis, and San Jose. I'm sorry, out of all them teams to give the best compete, goaltending, possibly defensive system, the capability of turning on some offense when needed. San Jose, they're going to get better. They're going to get better as a team, but they're still young. That experience is going to catch up with them. It kind of has, as you've seen. They haven't been playing the best of hockey. They were playing prevent defense in the third period. That's why the Blues tied it up, and they were dominating in the third period. The LA Kings, I mean, they just, I don't know what way the LA Kings are going. Seattle, they've been kind of struggling to win games. And the Predators, they had their 5-game win streak, and then they've been on a losing streak as well. So it's for everybody to take. It's for anybody to take, in my opinion.
I'll agree with that. I can get on board with that. I can get on board with that.
Well, and actually, I think my biggest selling point, if you want to hear my biggest selling point on why I think the Blues give the best chance, I think it's a pretty simple one. I think there's only maybe one other goalie that can rival the guys, but it's the goaltending. Both goalies, Hofer and Bennington, if they play like they have been, they've been playing great. Do I trust that tandem over San Jose's tandem? Absolutely. Askarof's going to be great, but they're still young. Nashville, the only person I'd give, a little bit of, credit to is Saros. He's a fantastic goalie, but he's just one guy. What if he runs into issues, an injury, something like that? The Seattle Kraken, I don't trust their goaltenders at all. And LA, I just think that the Blues have the best goaltending out of every team in tandem wise, at least in those 5 teams that I mentioned.
Yeah. No, I do see that, and I'm with you.
Especially, you can't go wrong with playoff Bennington. Playoff Bennington is just a different beast.
That is true. And be honest. So let's for the sake of argument, saying that the Blues make the playoffs. Who starts game 1?
Who starts game 1? Like I said, it would be so hard not to. It would be so hard not to start Jordan Bennington. Jordan Bennington's your guy that's so big in the playoffs. But the thing is my answer would just be plain and simple. Would be who's the best guy going into the playoffs. You don't particularly think no one in their mind thinks the St. Louis Blues could beat the Colorado Avalanche in round 1. So you might as well just play the goalie that's the hottest going into the playoffs.
I would start Hopper, but he would be on a very, very short leash. Right? Mm-hmm. If you remember a few years back, we had a goalie situation that was similar with Bennington and Husso.
Yeah.
And Husso, for the most part, was playing outstanding until it got to the playoffs. And Blues end up going down 2-0 to the Minnesota Wild. They put Bennington in, and he wins the 4 games. And then we have that, infamous series against Kadri and the Avalanche, which probably cost the Blues a cup. A lot of people agree with that.
I will say at least they costed the Blues at least a trip to the West Final.
Yeah,
at least to the West Final.
Yeah. The oh God, I hate when they put up things like that. I go back to that series and I go, okay, we start Hofer, but you're not going down 2-0 to Colorado and coming back. So I start Hofer, but he's on a very, very short leash. Like if they get ahead, if the game hits, if he gives up 3 goals before the end of the second period, he's pulled. His leash is that short. Right? And I don't care how many goals the Blues would get to score. He gives up 3 goals in that before the end of the second. I'm pulling him, and I'm putting Bennington back in. At least that's the way I see it. You took Adam axe throwing, and he didn't kill somebody or he didn't injure himself. That's a surprise there.
Yeah, you have a telling situation. Like I said, for the playoffs, obviously most people would not have the Blues favored in any way, beating Colorado in any chance in that series. But shockingly enough, the first 2 games in Colorado are huge, because if you you're looking for at least a split. If you can split in Colorado in one of the first two games, or if you somehow miraculously, and I mean miraculously, come out of the gate hot and you somehow beat both, if you can beat Colorado in both games in Colorado, Colorado's that now. I'm not going to say that Colorado's inept and incapable of coming back in that series, but you made it a lot harder on Colorado to come back. If you beat Colorado 2 times in Colorado in the first 2 games, oh baby, and going back to St. Louis, yeah, you're setting yourself up for a good time. But that's just an if. Most likely you would be looking at least a split, a 1-1 split.
You got to have a split. You absolutely got to have the split. I mean, if you don't have the split, you're not making anything happen, right? You got to have that split, bare minimum, at least in my mind. Sorry, I'm looking for something. No.
See, I mean, I right now I don't feel the Blues are chasing at all. I feel like the Blues are playing pretty well right now.
They chased at the beginning. They're not chasing now. I will say that.
Kyrou got a good shot right there.
Say again?
Say Kyrou got a good shot right there. Coming in off the thing he just missed, I think.
Here you go. This is my daughter's seat. That's where they're at. Right off one of the blue lines. Not super up high, but up high. Ooh, that was a great save there by Bennington. Shockey says we will win a close one and the Avs will kick our butts in one. I could see that. Oh, Kyrie just gave that. Oh,
and actually, and hey, and you know what? That's actually a good point, guy. I like that from you, Chris, because if I'm the Blues, no team is giving. See, that's the thing. The Blues, I feel, are the most dangerous when they have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
When they have nothing to lose, I mean that's the same for anybody. They say that the most dangerous man is a man who has nothing to lose. The Blues have nothing to lose. You're getting playoff experience. If I'm the St. Louis Blues, no one trusts in you. If you play your game, anything can happen. But your goal should be, hey, let's not get blown out in these games. If you're going to lose, have them be close games. Don't get blown out. That's what you should be hoping for in the playoffs. I mean, you should be hoping to win, of course, but if a team is rebuilding like the St. Louis Blues and they're getting experience, they're getting youth, they're getting younger, your goal should be getting playoff experience and not getting completely demolished in games. That should be your goal.
For some reason, the Blues have the puck on their stick, and it feels like this is where I was talking about, where like they're chasing the puck. They had puck control, and they just gave it away, and I hate when they do that. God, that makes no sense to me. I know you need.
That was your boy Kyrou, though. He fucking threw a pizza.
No, I'm talking. Dvorsky just threw the puck down, or it wasn't Dvorsky. Somebody just threw it. They got it down and just threw it down to do a wholesale change. That you basically just allow the other team to come straight back, right? I mean, what good you're getting your change in, but get your change in without letting the other team come straight back. 5:30 to left in the first. Been a fun show so far there, bud.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah.
Justin, the most dangerous man is your pissed off mother.
That's what she
What did you do
said.
to
That's
piss
what I
off
heard.
mom? What did you do to piss off mom, Justin?
Oh, I didn't do nothing. I'm a good kid. I was actually, funny enough, I was kind of I didn't do anything for April Fools. I was hoping we would come up with something, but my April Fool's joke to everybody today was just uh the crippling unknown of, oh, did he prank me or did he not? So I would tell people that uh oh yeah, hey, did you get the, to one of, some of the students, just be like, hey, did you get the joke that I did on you? And they would just be so confused and just questioning themselves the whole time, like, what did you do? You didn't do nothing. I'm like, oh, I was like, I was walking back from or we were taking him to the bus and whatnot, and I was like, hey, oh, so you didn't find the prank I got you? And they go, you didn't do nothing. I'm like, well, eventually when you check your backpack, you'll maybe find out. And then they swung their backpack off and was like, you didn't do anything to our backpack. And then they looked over at the other one of the other students and goes, hey, check your backpack. So I think I did a pretty good job of kind of giving a little bit of a scare today. I did that with some of my coworkers as well. I said one of them had to go and take their cat to the vet. Hopefully your cat's doing okay. But before they left, I said, hey, did you find the spider? and they were none too pleased because they do not like spiders. And I hear them.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I will say one thing that I'm seeing in this last since the break, since the trade deadline, even more since the trade deadline, this team is definitely more connected. Like they know what they're doing. Oh, Broberg got tripped up. I mean, hopefully he's getting a penalty, but he went down hard. Yeah.
No, yeah, they're getting a penalty. Yeah, he did go down pretty hard. He went down like a sack of potatoes.
Oh, yeah, that was one of them. That was a bad trip. See, that's one of them trips that I think should be a 4-minute trip, right?
I mean, but you kind of get into murky waters with that. We already know how inconsistent everything is.
But that's a dangerous trip. That's a dangerous trip when you do it like that, where there's a lot of times when a guy is tripped, he kind of knows he's getting tripped. But in that case, there's no way Holloway or Broberg, pardon me, knew he was getting tripped, right? That's what makes that so dangerous. That's why he went down so hard. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I hear you. For me, I think because Robert Thomas is on the boards with Armia.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard. I mean, Armia, Armia is not trying to trip him there. He just throws his stick out. And it's not like a malicious thing. I think if you have that type of discussion of like how, a gray area of like, oh, is that a 4-minute trip? I think a trip is just a trip. I get it. Some are harder than others. I understand what you're saying, but like, again, Armia is wrapped up by Robert Thomas. Like, he's not being held or anything, but he doesn't have really any control. He sticks his stick out and he gets it right in the skates.
So this is my issue with penalty, right?
Oh, Dvorsky.
Yeah, good miss. Yeah, Dvorsky had a good miss there. Puck over the glass, delay game, 2 minutes. Okay, get it, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Take a charge. Take a charge at somebody and get a 2-minute roughing penalty. It's the same penalty. I mean, it's two different penalties. They have two different varying, what their degrees of I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. I think you understand where I'm going with this. Severity, right? Yet the outcome is the same. Right? That to me, like a delay a game, a delay of game should be maybe a 5-minute misconduct, but the team stays 4-on-4 or stays 5-on-5, right? You lose that guy for 5 minutes or more. It's just some penalties. The fact that every penalty is a 2-minute penalty unless you draw blood or intent to injure with the 5-minute major, it's like there's no in between, and there should be because of the severity of the things, right? That's just the way I see it. And again, and I do see your point, man. I do see your point. Berggren will be part of this team next year. I am absolutely certain of it. If you are over the age of 29, your time on this team could be numbered. I think we will be one of the youngest teams next year. The only player that I think that's not completely true for is Parayko and maybe Bennington, but I do think Bennington's days could be numbered too.
Well, I think you're right, but I think the word you're looking for is but you're gonna have some older guys on your team. I mean, that's just gonna happen. Parayko's still on this team. Obviously, he's older. He's not extremely old. I mean, he's not dinosaur age yet, but
32.
he's yeah, but he is older. But the thing is oh, what a play by Broberg. What is it? The Blues. I think the word you're looking for is the age average is going to be very young for the Blues.
Yeah.
Not so much as far as like the youngest team. I mean, I think they will be one of the youngest teams in the league, but I think it's the average, the age average is going to be very young.
Well, Kelsey, you're right. Technically, all of our days are numbered. But I just mean that some guys' time on the team is going to be a lot shorter than it possibly thought it was going to be.
Well, and we're forgetting about somebody else too. We're forgetting about Cam Fowler. Cam Fowler is older, I think, than I think he's older than Parayko.
I don't think so. Could be wrong.
They're close. They're close. If they're not, then they're close because Fowler's been in this league for a long time.
Parayko is 32. Fowler's 34. You're right.
Yeah.
Hall is 34. But Hall's as good as he's been. He's a UFA. I don't see him coming back next season. He was in the AHL most of the year. He's not coming back next season.
Probably not. And if he does come back, it'll be for a min contract, and it'll be a 2-way contract where he can go back and play in Springfield.
He may not be able to be on a 2-way. He may not be able to be on a 2-way.
Well, that would be for me. That would be the only reason that you would sign him is if he took a mid contract, contract.
Here are the guys that are over the age of 33 on the Blues. Here's their ages. Kyrou, 27. Thomas, 26. And this is as of today. Bushnevich, 30. Suter, 29. Druin, 31. Druin, he probably will get traded in the offseason or early next season, I think. Neighbors is 24. Holloway's 24. Berggren is 25. Torpachenko is 26. Sundqvist is 32. Sundqvist will not be on this team next year. Snuggerud is 21. Stenberg is 20. Dvorsky is 20. Walker is 32, yet he will be on this team, but his capacity may change. Finley is 23. Finley's going to be on this team. Parayko, 32. Parayko will stay on this team and more than likely. Broberg is 24. Fowler is 34. Fowler is interesting.
Fowler, well, seeing as he put it this way, Fowler's not going to be your big point producer, but Fowler's been Fowler pledged his allegiance to St. Louis, and he was thankful, and he wanted to stay in St. Louis. And again, it's the same with Parayko. You don't just get rid of guys like that. You know, if they want to play here and they want to play for the crest, I get it. It's a business, is all that. But he signed his deal. The deal for Fowler is not that far, off from being that fresh. Like it's still pretty fresh in all our minds.
Yeah.
So he's going to be on this team. Fowler will be on this team.
Well, he's got this season. He has a 4-team trade list. There are only 4 teams he could be traded to, and then he has a full no trade clause all the way up until January 1st of 2029. So the 28-29 season. Then it goes to a 15-team no trade clause for the remainder of the year. Kind of interesting how they did that.
But
Hall's 34. I don't see him signing a contract and coming back with the Blues. Tucker's 26. Lindstein is 21. Mayu is 22. Kessel is 25. Kessel will probably not be on this team. Kessel and Tucker will probably start the team down in the minors again, unfortunately. And Tucker will be an UFA at the end of his contract, where Kessel will be an RFA next year. All they got to do is offer him $880,000, and then he's locked in. So yeah. Again, I just see the guys that are over 30 leaving and guys under 30 coming in, making us one of the youngest age-wise teams in the league.
Yeah, I mean, for right now, honestly, on your back end, you have some older guys there, of course. You have Brober, who's younger, Mayu's younger. But right now, your guys that are playing right now, like Theo Lindstein's in there. He's young. He's going to be on this team. Parayko's doing a good job playing with Theo and helping him with his development, which I think is a perfect role for Parayko. The bottom pair of whether you put Kessel there, Tucker, you're going to have Fowler there probably. Fowler's going to be your placeholder, at least on that third pair, and he's going to play with either, Tucker, Kessel, Hall. The problem with those 3 guys is they're going to be placeholders, and they're going to be placeholders for one man, and his name is Adam Yurchek. Yeah. Some of these guys are not going to be here. Like, I think for me, I don't hate him. You don't hear his name that much, and if you don't hear his name, it's okay. But Matt Kessel, I think the Matt Kessel experiment is pretty close to done. We kind of know what we got in Matthew Kessel. He's still young. Yes, they're 25 years old, but again, Tyler Tucker, love him. He's a fighter. He gets it done, but he's a defensive liability sometimes. Same with Kessel. These guys are going to be placeholders for the real man who's going to be coming up eventually, and that's Yurchek.
Yep. I'm with you. I kind of agree with you there. I do. And we're just looking at some things. Kelsey says, I know what you mean. Just some darkish Catholic humor for you. Love you, Kelsey. We love you. We got to bring you on. I think I want to bring you on for one of the Colorado games. If you want to come on for one of the Colorado games, Kelsey, you're more than welcome. They should have let Bennington. They're showing Bennington and Fleury. They should have let them 2 go. Should have absolutely let them go. Yeah. Well, let's go over the stats. Shots are 10-6 in favor of the Blues. There were no goals, but a couple of penalties. Dumoulin takes one at 125 for hooking, but Dvorsky also takes one at the 2:12 mark, negating that for holding. And then Armia takes a late one at the 15:19 mark for tripping. And there was, and that was about it. So as far as the rest of the stats, shots were 10-6. Blues had 27 attempts to 13 for the King. Blues had 5 hits. The Kings had 13. They were out punching and a hitting and a scratching and a crawling. Blues held the puck a lot. Blues gave it away 8 times. Kings gave it away 5. Again, Blues were holding the puck a lot. Blues took it away twice. Kings took it away once. Blues blocked 3 shots. Kings blocked 10. Face-offs, 8-6 in favor of the Blues, almost down the middle, 57% to 43%. And that about covers the stats. Big ol' thank you to Tad Dieterman, Chris Shuckey, Teresa Singer, Aaron Nell, John Hefner, Sister JJ, and Sharon Spinks, the other mom. We love you, and we think about you all the time. Thank you for putting those thumbs in the air and showing me that you care. Putting my hands in the air like I just don't care. But you didn't have that on your bingo card. Oh my goodness, I hate these commercials. Why did they have to do this to me? Why didn't I get the Blues feed? Why didn't I get the Blues feed? Make me an unhappy camper. Where you guys at? Only three games today. One other game going on. Actually, all three are going on right now. The Canucks are up 4-2 on the Avalanche with 12:21 to go in the second. And at the end of one, the Sharks and the Ducks over on TNT is dynamite. And HBO Max is tied at 1. Ooh, 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 ooh. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Crypto.com arena. The Blues are facing off against the Kings. It's the first intermission. I'm seeing a Kachuk jersey. My daughter, I think, is where she found a vintage Hull jersey at a thrift store in LA, and she went ahead and got it, and I think it's original. I mean, can't be 100% sure just from pictures, but there's things that make me think it's original. She's probably going to buy the medium, so she bought it. I think they're buying it for me as an early Father's Day gift. But I can't wear it, but I will definitely put it in the collection. That will be a definite collection one. How are we all doing out there? We good? Let's do a poll. Want to do a poll? Yeah, let's do a poll. Dun 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 dun. Here we go. And I just realized something on this polls, so I'll tell you in a second when it puts it up. So I'm going to post the poll, and it says put the number. If you put the number, just the number in the chat room on either Facebook or YouTube, it will then count that as a vote on the poll and then show on the poll. So here we go. Who scores first in the second period? The Blues, the Kings, or no goals? Who scores first in the second period? The Blues, the Kings, or no goals? Put a 1 for the Blues, put a 2 for the Kings, and put a 3 for no goals. How's that sound? Here we go. Kelsey, knowing what you do for a living, yeah, I can see your week being long. I really can. Don't forget tomorrow night. Do not forget tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. How many of you know what tomorrow night is? Shockey puts a 1 up. He thinks the Blues will score first tomorrow night. Do you know the way to San Jose? Tomorrow night. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, 'cause you're only a day away. And now I can't find what. Why can't I find what I want when I want it? Dum dum, give me gum gum. Where did I put it? I can't find it. Tomorrow night. I put it in here. Maybe. Tomorrow night, we will have Mike Myers from STL Sports Central talking about the Blues, talking about newer guys, talking about all kinds of stuff. Join us. I'm being dumb right now. I don't know what I did with that thing. Oh, well. Oh, well. Next episode of The Pit. What do we got here? Here we go. I got the poll running now. Hopefully it'll show. It did before. It kind of showed me. I think it goes until I stop the poll. So we'll run the poll until the end of the period, and then we'll see if it puts the number, puts what you guys put there, because I saw it earlier. Right? Yeah, Dvorsky, if he could have got that one up in the air, that'd have been in the back of the net. Oh. Sister JJ, Kelsey, Shucky. Where did you go get those jigs at? Where did you buy them from? I'm going fishing Saturday. I've decided I'm going Saturday morning, no matter what. I'm going to get up early and go. Going to get up and go. Maybe I'll get lucky. I'm also going to, on one of my reels, I'm going to tie a wacky worm and just practice it so I can learn how to do that better. I'm going to try and practice the wacky worm. Wally World. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. What else we got? I don't know. Just wait. Hoping Justin come back. I'm sorry, guys. I got to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Back in the saddle again. Oh, come on. If you're watching, vote 1, 2, or 3. Put a 1 for the Blues. Put a 2 for the Kings. Put a 3 for no goals. Let's see if I that might skew it a little bit. I hope it doesn't. We'll see. We shall see. Try that. Yeah. See, now it kind of shows the poll, right? That was interesting. I skewed it. I guess Chris's 1 and Kelsey's 2 didn't come in. I don't know why. Oh, because the poll might have been stopped. Chris hit your 1 again and Kelsey hit your 2 again. As we're getting ready for the second period. Report my comment. What comment? Here we go. There we go. See, now it worked. Oh, well, at least it showed Kelsey's. Didn't show the other one. Oh, it showed Chris's. It didn't show Kelsey's. I don't know why. Oh, my 3 for no goals. Ooh. 2 quick shots. Blues held the puck for 3 minutes and 28 to 125 for the Kings. They got to keep that up. Come on, Holloway. I don't know why Kelsey's 2 didn't show. Don't know. Here we go. Neighbors is so quick with the puck. I mean, he's quick. He's quick when he has it. He's quick to let go of it. It's almost like with Neighbors. He wants the puck on his sticks because he doesn't want the puck on his stick, if that makes a sense. Oh, Hall did not do a good job with that clear. And Bennington makes a great save. Now it seems like the Blues, like they were at the beginning of the period, they were at the beginning of the first, they were chasing the puck a little bit. Hopefully they. I just like the way Neighbors is, and Neighbors just he's one of them guys. He wants the puck, but he wants the puck to get it off his stick. It's like he wants the puck because he doesn't want the puck type thing. If that makes a little bit of sense.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Say again.
I just was saying no, but I was joking. I don't know. I just came back. So
Yeah. No, because you watch Neighbors. I mean, he's got a quick release. When he gets the puck, it's like he doesn't stick handle a lot. He gets it and he lets go of it right away. He's quick to get it to somebody else. And I'm not saying it as a negative thing. It's just he's one of them guys. He wants the puck, but he wants the puck to get it to somebody else or to get it somewhere else very quickly.
well, and I love Jake Neighbors. Jake Neighbors is absolutely a fan favorite. I understand why a lot of people wanted to give him, give him the captain, wagon and all that. And I know that he is such an intelligent individual for such a young age. But although I love the guy, I can sit here and confidently say Jake Neighbors maxes out for me as at least a baseline second liner. That is as far as I would put Jake Neighbors, and I would be so far as to say Jake Neighbors may just cap out as a third liner in his career, and that's not a negative. We talk about how people are going to take that as you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know this, you don't know that, and Jake Neighbors was the hottest Blue coming into the season. He was playing fantastic. He got injured. He never really gained that type of energy again. He's still a fantastic player, but it is not bad for me to say that Jake Neighbors possibly caps out as a third line winger because you need depth. That's what wins you championships is depth. Yeah. So
I think he's more than a third line winger. I mean, right now he's a second line winger to me, but he can play on the top line. And you're right. Maybe that injury is slowing him down, but after the offseason, who knows? Maybe he comes right back to it and starts being the Neighbors that we know and love.
Mm-hmm. For me, when I look at the players that are coming up through the system, and I just look at who we have right now, Jake Neighbors, that's why I said that I could put him on the second line, but that's as far as I would put Jake Neighbors. Jake Neighbors is not going to be – he can play first line, but he's not going to be a consistent first line player.
It's going to take – I mean, everyone's jumping on Carbonell, and I am too, but Carbonell's not going to come in and play first line minutes. Okay, he's not.
Oh, absolutely not. Well, and I'm not even saying Carbonell is going to be on the first line. I'm just saying, as from what I've seen from Jake Neighbors, although I love him and I love his game, I don't think Jake Neighbors is going to be a consistent first line guy. Sorry, that's just how I feel. That's just my opinion.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just getting your mind back.
What happened here?
Looks like we're on the power
King's
play.
going to the King. Yeah, King's Byfield going to the box for high sticking.
Yeah.
I don't know who he high sticks here. Logan Mayu.
5-2 on the Avalanche with 4:39 to go in the second.
That's a very, very stupid penalty to take from Quentin Byfield. I don't know what he was thinking on that play right there.
Especially with at that moment, the Kings had a little bit of something going. Right, you took it away.
Sorry, by the way, I was I'm getting stuff ready because I'm doing this. I'm trying to get back on my eating well and doing this thing. So I'm doing I'm going to be doing a like fasting thing. So I was trying to get prepared for that.
Okay, no problem.
So I'm gonna try like doing it. Huh?
I just had to go to the bathroom real quick. So.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. I was going off. I was doing it. I'm doing I'm gonna stop eating after 8 o'clock. So I've stopped eating. This is my first day I'm gonna do this. I stopped eating. I'm not gonna eat anything from 8 p.m. now to. I'm gonna try to go until 8 p.m. or not 8 p.m. on Friday, 8 a.m. on Friday, without eating anything. So obviously you can drink, you can drink some things, but like you can't drink whatever you want. You can't drink like soda. You can't drink like all that, but I'm going to do that because the health benefits that I hear and the success people have with fasting I wanted to give it a try.
Yeah, go for it, man. I hope it works. I mean that. I hope it works.
I need to get rid of my baby gorilla figures. So
You're trying not to be baby punch anymore? Yeah, I don't know where it is.
I'm trying to what? I'm trying not to what? Sorry.
Be baby punch anymore?
Oh no, I just was saying I'm not trying to be baby gorilla size anymore.
Well, yeah, you know who Punch is, right?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
Punch,
I might, but
Punch is the monkey from Japan that his mother let him go, so his trainers got him a stuffed orangutan, and he's like now the talk of the world.
oh no,
My wife is all over this thing, man. My wife and kids absolutely love this little monkey.
The one thing for me, if there's one area that I have just not been optimistic about, and the Blues can, I hope that they can improve on it. I don't know if it's going to just take a different coach to do it, but the power play has been like when they move the puck, man, when they can move the puck and they're just zipping that puck around, like you can see when they're really playing well, but the Blues are just never consistent on the power play. That if there was one negative, and you want me to be not optimistic, it's the power play. The power play has been so inconsistent.
They're too predictable.
Oh, absolutely. I think so too. I wish that the Blues would take a simplistic approach, and it has worked. Like if you look when the Blues are simplistic and they just shoot the puck, man, like you see how much success that they have when they just shoot the puck and play simple. Like they try to do all this, like
not even just shooting the puck. It's how many times do they come in and not get in the zone at all? Right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you got to be able. You got to be able to. I mean, if you're coming into the zone the same way every time, they're going to put 5 guys at the blue line and stop you from coming in, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to figure out a way to get the puck into the zone. 2-on-1. Oh, nice break.
Yeah, I don't even think. I think the Blues with their power play, yeah, they struggle getting into the zone. When they get into the zone, the movement is quite nice. When they actually set it up, it's nice. But it's not nice when they can't get in the zone.
It takes too long. You've got to have, if you lose that opening faceoff, you've got to be set up within 10 seconds or within 25 seconds, right? And when they lose that opening faceoff, they go almost a minute before they get the power play set up. You can't wait that long. You've got with the power, you got to win that opening faceoff. That's number one. You got to win that faceoff, and 2 is you got to set this thing up right away. And one of the things that they don't do enough of is A, win the faceoff, and B, have a set play where they're firing a shot right after the faceoff. Because if they were doing that, it would change how other teams take the faceoff against them and keep them from being so aggressive on the faceoff and winning it. Because the Blues don't do enough set play shots off the faceoff. And to me, on the power play, you've got to absolutely have that ready to go, right? Every single time. You've got to do that because it keeps the other team honest, is what it does. Shot doesn't have to be a great shot, but it's got to be enough to keep that other team honest so you can keep that setup going. By the way, it's going to be a great question to ask Mike Meyer tomorrow night about the power play and how they set up and what the new guys would. Shock man, quick passes, changing sides, opening the lanes up. Yeah. And they don't seem to do enough of it.
The Blues, the Blues got to move. The Blues, sometimes you get into that stagnant state where you just are throwing the puck on the outside. Like they need to get the more movement. The Blues are at their best when they're moving.
Well, They gave the puck up, and it's in the back of the net. Oh, they're calling this
waved off though. Yeah, might be goalie interference. Usually, this is interesting because usually I feel like you don't see this as much, like with the whistling it dead immediately. Like I feel like this is probably going to come back or not be a goal.
So now do they challenge it? Oh, yeah. Well, no. Okay. He never gives Bennington. He stays on Bennington. He never comes off him. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. That's not coming back. That's not going to be, even if they challenge it. If they challenge it, we're going on the power play. Yeah, Shockey says on the last power play, passing the three guys on the same side, 3 feet from each other. Yeah, it doesn't help, right? It doesn't help at all. We're at a commercial break. I'll be right back. And my buddy Mick Kearns puts out, finally have a goal. King score. No, not a goal. Yeah, immediately wave. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Justin, you got the ball for a moment.
Just give me a moment. I am currently trying to figure out something real quick. All right, sorry about that. Now we're back into the action. So we're still locked up at 0. The Kings did not challenge. Probably, I don't know. They probably could have, but with how inconsistent goal interference has been, you never know. And the fact that it was a no goal on the ice makes it a lot harder to overturn. Definitely no goal. Yeah, I mean, it was. I definitely was looking at it, and I was like, "Oh, Bennington." I saw Bennington go down, but I didn't call anything immediately. But as soon as the refs waved it off, I was kind of thinking, like, usually you don't see that. Usually the refs are pretty good about if they wave something off, they pretty much do clearly see something immediately. So, sorry, I know you like to.
No, I'm back. Oh yeah, thank you.
I know. There you go. Well, but I know you like to. I know you like to wait for me to do comments, but I saw it, so I was like,
yeah, no issues. No.
Oh. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, no goal. So 0-0 game. So nothing's happened. Honestly, not been an overly exhilarating game between these two teams. It's not been a barn burner like it was in San Jose. Hopefully that the game picks up a little bit more and we see a little bit more excitement like we did in San Jose in the third period.
Well, I mean, the Kings last period had 6 shots. Now they have 9. The Blues have only had 2 after having 10 in the so the periods have shifted. Mm-hmm. Right? The style of play has shifted and the Kings have taken control of it. And the only reason that I like to do comments is because I know with your eyesight, you have a hard time and you need to pull them up before you read them. Well, sometimes there are comments that do not need to go on the screen. That is the only reason why I ask.
Oh, my.
If you can read it ahead of time and not have to show it, then that's fine. But that's why asked to back off on the comments. That's the only reason. Not that I don't want you doing comments.
Yeah, no, you're good. Man, Kairu, he's got to get one right eventually because he's had like 3 chances in this game, 2 right there. He had like 2 chances right there. Kairu with 2 good chances, just right in the slot. Actually, no. Oh, Bush had the other one, but Kairu passed it to him.
Got to stop chasing the puck. I mean,
for me, I honestly, I maybe in the first period, but for me, I don't particularly see what you're seeing, but that's just me.
Well, I mean, it's a little better now, but in the second period, it just the way the Kings are, for me, chasing the puck is when the other team holds it and you're not setting up any defense. You're just going after them, and they're skating right by you, like you're a step behind. That's chasing the puck, and for most part of this period, it feels like they're a step behind. I could be wrong, but it feels like that. I'm actually surprised LA didn't try and challenge that. I mean, yeah, if it doesn't come out, here's the other part of this.
Well, I talked about it.
Won't understand. You're calling a penalty and not putting a penalty. If you're taking a goal off for goaltender interference is a penalty. The guy goes in the guy goes in the play goes dead. The play's dead as soon as the goaltender interference happens. So the goal doesn't count anyways, and then it goes in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's the way I feel like it should be.
I mean, the reason, like I said, first of all, it's the scared factor. The reason that you're not okay with challenging that, it's an important. First of all, it's an important game. It's a 0-0 game. It would have made it 1-0. With how I don't care what anyone says. The coaches, the players, they're not going to come out and say anything about it. But they all know that goaltending interference has been completely bogus, and it's so inconsistent. And the fact that the play was deemed no goal initially is going to make it harder to overturn.
Yeah,
so,
I agree with that.
That's why it was not challenged.
Because you could have said that he was pushed into Bennington, but he stays on Bennington. That's the thing, right? He may have been pushed in, but he doesn't release. He stays on Bennington, and that's what I think makes it the goaltender interference. But it's still, in my eyes, it's a penalty. Call the penalty, right? If you're waving a goal off for goaltender interference, this is the thing. This is the argument that I hear. But they took the goal off. Well, hold on. If it's goaltender interference, the goal never goes in because they have the puck. The play gets whistled dead anyways. So the fact that they took it off doesn't matter. Oh, I like that. Like that.
So
you're not seeing it. They're showing the Kings Mexican heritage jersey, and I'm not a fan of other jerseys. I like this one. I need to tell my daughter she needs to figure out how to get me one of those.
So obviously, this is also a factor too that the Curbs and Joey just talked about. Blues have 11 missed net opportunities in this game, and they missed the net 11 times. Their average in a game is 12.5 shots missed. Yep. That's 11 in one game, and you still have a lot of hockey to play. So
that's 11.
The Blues are getting their chances. They need to hit the net.
Yeah, that's at 11 in half the game.
They need to hit the net. If they can hit the net, we may be looking at a different story here. Yeah.
Offside. That scares me with Joseph being on this team, that he could make us pay. Right? Because they let him go. They waived him and terminated his contract, so he go find another team, and he did. And he found a team in the Western Conference. So I'm hoping he doesn't come back to shoot us. I don't think our playoff hopes would be dead, but they would definitely be on life support. By the way, I want to put this out. I have a friend, and unfortunately, I cannot say. Oh, I thought Cairo was getting a trip there. I cannot say who this is. He's a guy I went to high school with. Some people who know me know him. I found out in the middle of March he had a heart attack. He is currently in the hospital in a coma, in an induced coma. Originally, they didn't think he was going to get better, but now he's starting to show signs. So my heart goes out to him and his family. And please, if you can, put Guy's classmate, and I'll give you his initials, and that's all I'm going to say. And don't try and guess who it is. Just put Guy's classmate DA in your thoughts. I'd appreciate that. That was offsides.
Man, Kairu's inching for one, man. He's got to hit the net. I mean, I think Forsberg got a piece of this one, but he's got to start picking these corners here or something.
Yeah, well, they're talking about it on the Kings about how Kairu's had this period at least 3 solid chances.
Oh, absolutely, right in the slot. He's got to hit the net, and he's got to do a better shot placement or something to put these pucks in. Because Kairu, despite what anyone says, the Kairu hate is not really as warranted as everybody is making it out to be. But Kairu does need to put the puck in the net with the goalie in the net, because he has not done it in quite a while.
Yeah, but a lot of that, believe it or not, I think more of that is like opportunity than it is him not playing well. And you know what? Having 3 quality A chances, I'd rather him have the 3 quality A chances and not put it in the net than him get 2 garbage goals in a game. I want him to have those quality chances, because if he keeps having them quality chances, it's going to open up. If he doesn't put it in the back of net, it's going to open up for somebody else, because they're going to have to start covering him. Borski threw it just a little wide there, Bergeron. Stenberg with a hit there. Stenberg impresses me every single game. Oh! May you just had it slip off his stick, or that's in the back of the net.
That would have been oh man, that would have been disgusting if he put that in the net. Thomas with an absolute threat.
It just slipped off his stick. Yeah, and that was Thomas. I mean, Thomas is finally becoming a playmaker. Right?
Finally.
I think Thomas put too much emphasis on trying to score goals instead of being a playmaker earlier this season. And here lately, with the guys that he has around him, instead of him trying to put the puck in the back of the net, he's tried to be a playmaker. Oh, that's the way I feel. I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, I guess in a grand scheme, but again, I talked about this earlier in the season. It's hard. Thomas is getting consistent. He's getting a consistent set of two players. He's got Holloway and Snuggerud, which he's had for a while now since the Olympic break. They've kept with that line. He has consistency now. In the beginning of the season, we had freaking 19 different line combinations for Robert Thomas. How is he going to get any type of consistency playing with 19 different players? You know, that is just not going to happen. He's getting consistency now. Robert Thomas, I mean, I don't think you didn't say it like that, but Robert Thomas has always been a playmaker. He's one of the best passers in the league when he was on his game. I mean, when he's on his game, he's one of the best passers in the league. That's what he made his bread and butter out of. That's where he got most of his points at, is assists.
You're good. You're good.
What's up?
No, I was talking. I got 9 things going through my head at one time right now, so forgive me.
I know you covered this, but yeah, Braden, I know we already talked about this, but like, yeah, I think for me, if the Blues lose this game in regulation and they get no points out of it, I think the playoffs are done. And I've been optimistic, and there you go, John Hefner, if you're listening, I have finally said it. If the Blues lose this game, they're probably done for the playoffs. So there's your clip if you need one. But if they do win this game, they're still in it. But I need them to win it in regulation. Don't give the Kings any points, if possible.
Yeah. No,
it's not completely done. I'm with Guy. Yeah. I am with Guy. It is not completely done. It's not statistically done, but it's going to be very, very hard especially if you lose in regulation. If you lose in OT or a shootout, then you still have a chance.
The thing is here, I think you need 2 points. I don't think you can even go. I think you need regulation points. I don't think that.
Oh, you do, but
going to OT even helps you. Even winning in OT helps you, because this is a team that's ahead of you. You don't move up on them, really, right?
Well, first of all,
you do, but you don't.
Well, first of all, one of the big things is I want to bring this to everyone's attention. I get that the Blues are not in a probable chance to win, but let's just say at the end of the season, somehow the Blues are tied in a wild card spot. Every single team as of right now, the Blues have the tiebreaker on. The Blues have the most regulation wins out of anybody in the Western Conference wild card race right now. So if it comes down to a tiebreaker, the Blues would beat every team currently as it stands. So obviously,
I think wouldn't San Jose beat them?
No, because San Jose doesn't have. San Jose has how many regulation? I don't know how many wins San Jose had, regulation wins, but no, the Blues, the closest was Winnipeg, and it might have been, was it San Jose? They're close. There is some close ones, but the Blues have 27 regulation wins. That is the best amongst the wild card team races right now.
Kraken have 25. The Jets have 25. The Mammoths have 29, but they're in the wild card one spot.
They're securely in one.
25. The Preds have 25.
Yeah. The Blues would have the type. Obviously, if it stays the same, like if the Blues were somehow managed to get back into it and crawl back into it and be tied, and obviously those teams that you are talking about don't get more regulation wins, then the Blues would have the tiebreaker.
Well, the thing is, for the Blues to get up there, it's almost like they've got to continue the regulation wins to get up there, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you have to get points, man. You can't.
Blues are going on a penalty kill. That was a tie up, but I can understand the call.
Oh well,
it's on Hall.
Curbs was not happy about it.
Do you guys like the different flat back color helmets the Kings have? I do like the Kings uniform. I will say the Kings uniform has always been one of my favorites. I even like the crown ones I even like the old Crown ones, right? The purple jerseys. I like those. I think the Kings have always had a really good, solid jersey, and I do like that. For me, the black works for them. Normally, I don't like black uniforms, but I think for them it works. But I do miss the purple uniforms. I did like the purple. They were loud, they were obnoxious, and it just worked for me.
They were unique. They're different. It's the same reason why you like. It's the same reason why you like the clown jerseys. It's the same reason why you like. I mean, obviously there's more symbolism. Obviously why you like that, but like you like kind of like the outlandish. I mean, you look at some of the outlandish jerseys in the league. I mean, you talk about the Nordiques logo and the new Nordiques jerseys. Like there's just jerseys that just they're not afraid to be bold.
Oh, there we go. That's up. Backdoor feed. Nothing Bennett could do about that. And that one's not coming back.
No, that was not.
Well, now you got to really focus.
Yeah, I mean, and it's good. And Curbs is bringing it up. I mean,
all the setup. It's the setup.
This is
the setup.
The power play special teams game here. The Kings and Joey said it. The Kings have done the Kings have been lifeless 5-on-5.
Yeah.
So you didn't need this to turn into a special teams battle because the Blues have been playing well 5-on-5 in this game.
Hey, Aaron, I am a huge fan of the clown jersey, and I say it with reverence. I think they are some of the best jerseys the Blues ever had. And I think they're the best jerseys because of the symbolism that is all around them, even if it wasn't meant to be there. Like I've been told that the red had nothing to do with the blue, with the color, the St. Louis flag. And you know what? Great. But I look at it and say it does. Right? Is the 90 jersey the clown one? Yes. Yes. My daughter in LA today found a Brett Hull C jersey, captain jersey, the away one, the white one, the clown jersey. And I looked at it and I'm not 100%. The tag, I mean, the tag is a little beat up and I didn't completely recognize, because again, when that was happening, I was, overseas. So I didn't recognize the jersey maker, but there's a lot of jersey makers that I may not know. But and I have a fake jersey I got in the Philippines, and I know this one isn't a fake Philippines jersey.
Well, I mean, in both of them, and I like both of them. I like, Guy calls them the clown jerseys. The Wayne Gretzky era kind of is what I call it, and all that. But like, it's you look at the reverse retros of the classic. Those are more clown than anything. Those are
much as I like I have a Bennington reverse retro.
I know that I like those. I like the one. And if you're when you first said clown jersey, that's what I thought you were talking about, because although the original one is a clown jersey, I think the reverse retro is more of a clown jersey because the main color is red.
Yeah.
So
you know what the reverse retro jersey makes the Blues look like?
What?
Ronald McDonald.
I liked them though. I liked what the Blues did, and I loved. And to be honest, I don't know how you felt about it. I loved the yellow ones when they did the reverse retro for the yellow.
Yeah, I did like the yellow one. I have one.
Yeah,
I think I have one. Do I have one?
I would assume you do.
Yes, I do. I don't have a name on it, but I have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the yellow one is not. All the reverse retros, man. They knocked them out of the park with those ones. Like the reverse retro one with the clown one. The yellow one, I really like the yellow one. I mean, the yellow one is so out there because you don't see too many teams, if at all any, wear yellow. So
this is my Philippines jersey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. I got this in the Philippines. It has no tag in it. It is a knockoff jersey. right? I forget what I paid for it, and it's coming apart. I think I bought it for my wife at the time, or she's my girlfriend then. But yeah, so that's my jersey from the Philippines. That's my knockoff. This is my other fake jersey. It's got a, you can see from the front of it, that's something the Blues never wore, right? Justin, this is something that the Blues never wore.
Yeah.
But it's a signed Brett Hull jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So 1-0 Kings after 2. Kings definitely ended up controlling this period. But the Blues are not out of this game by far.
No, I mean it's only a one shot game, 1-goal game. You tie this up in third period. Obviously, I thought the Blues played a good game 5-on-5 in the second period, and the special teams killed them there. In the end, they got the goal. I know we had some comments that we had to get to, so
yeah, I'll get them to them in a second. I got my daughter sending me pictures right now, trying to figure out what they're sending me pictures of. Trying to figure out what they're sending me pictures of. Give me. Oh, John Hamm's there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not surprising, I guess, because he's
that's who they're sending me pictures of. I guess is John Hamm. So I actually ran against John Hamm once when I was in high school. So my sophomore year, I think it was my sophomore junior year. Aaron says, talking about the Clowns jerseys, I love them. My girlfriend stole mine. I got the Broberg jersey at the Maple Leafs game. Ryan says I have a Tank 91 Clown jersey. I have a Bennington reverse retro. I have a Clown, but I don't think it has a number on it. I might have a Tank one, but I'm not sure. Do we think Kempe gets the captain after Kopitar? More than likely. And then, okay, so I know we're getting into crunch time. So if this team goes to OT, do the Blues try to pull the goalie to get the point? Oh, no. You do not pull the goalie. You do not pull the goalie. If it's in overtime, you do not pull that goalie. Absolutely not. Do you know why?
No.
Do you know why you don't pull the goalie? There's a reason why you don't pull the goalie. And it's
first of all, it's 3-on-3. Why would you don't need to pull the goalie? That's something you're not going to do. That would be an aggressive, bold move by any team. But again, this is an important game. You're not going to see that. First of all, the Blues got to tie it up. They're still down 1. I think they've been good 5-on-5. Hopefully, they keep it that way and not have to kill off any more penalties.
Yeah. Got to keep it 5-on-5. The Blues only took 4 shots that period after taking 10 in the first, and now they're behind. After the first, they led in shots 10-6. Now they are behind 19-14 after the Kings took 13 shots that period. Kelsey's tapping out. The reason that you don't pull the goalie is simply this. If in overtime, 3-on-3, you pull the goalie and they score, how many points do you get?
I mean, 1, because you lose in overtime.
None. You lose the loser point. And I hate calling it the loser point. You lose it.
Oh, well,
it happened last season.
Oh, well,
right?
That's a stupid damn rule anyways, if I've ever seen it.
No, it's not. It's to prevent, absolutely prevent that from happening. The pull the goalie because we got to score anyways, because we've already got a point. No, they take that point away, and it makes that point is really important. So
no team should ever pull the goalie anyways 3-on-3. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. That's
happened last year. There was I forget which team it was, but they had to win the game. They had to win the game because to make the playoffs. So and it was the last game of the season. So by pulling the goalie, if they win the game, great. If they lose and get 0 points, it doesn't matter because they weren't making the play. It wasn't going to change anything. Minnesota last year, yeah, right. The rule first came into place by LA Kings in the early 2000s. I don't remember why it came into place, but yeah, but I do know. So that's the thing. You pull the goalie, you're losing. You're losing that. You're taking a chance at losing that point that you most desperately need right now, right? And the Kings, they win this game, they're in that playoff spot, right? They're in that playoff spot. And the Kings have 2 games against the Predators. See, that's the thing that scares me is the games that teams have against the teams above us remaining, because that means that one team is going to win, or worse yet, it goes to overtime and one team gets a point anyways. 3 points get given out. So it just, that's why I feel like the Blues are on life support. Not that they're dead, but they're on life support, if that makes some sense.
Yep.
I want them to do good. I really, really do. But I'm concerned. Not right now, Wendy. I think we're good, bud. I think we are good right now. I know there's only 2 other games going on. Actually, there might be just 1 game going on now. The Canucks are up 6-4 with 16:24 to go in the third, and I don't know if that's up to date. Let me do a refresh just to make sure. Yes, that is dead on. And then the Ducks at the end of 2 are up 2-1 on the Sharks. That's actually good for us. That's good for us, right? Even with the Sharks, with us losing that game to the Sharks the other day. F in the chat for my fantasy hockey team in the championship game. Yeah, I didn't make the playoffs this year. I kind of just dumped on it. The guys played. I had so many guys that did not play well in the first half of the season that it's just, there was no way I was getting back into it. So who knows? Maybe next year will be a little better. What do we got here? Come on, give us some comments. Help us, Rhonda. Help us, Rhonda. Help us, Rhonda. Help us, Rhonda. Help us, Rhonda, have something to talk about. Come on, a little funny? Justin's going, no, jackass, not in the least bit.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to look at real quick. That's what I've been tempted to look at because we have an actual important game that I was wanting to look at. Yeah, the Canucks beating the Avalanche right now. Like I said, that's kind of what I mean. There's a lot of stock being put in the Avalanche games, and they're going to be a tough game. But this is what I mean about the Avalanche. The Avalanche have, they still want to have some humility and all that, and they want to go in strong to the playoffs. But it's a team that's already clinched the playoffs. They don't have anything to lose, so they're not going to put 100% effort. They're gonna try to reserve some guys for the playoffs.
So, Wendy, who's going in the Blackhawks inaugural Hall of Fame? Who's going into it? Are they kind of doing what the Blues did, where the Blues did all of the Hall of Famers and all the retired numbers, and then had a class? Or do they have just a class? I could think of at least 4 guys from the Blues that are from the Blackhawks that should go in almost automatically, right? Glenn Hall, Bobby Hull, Stan Mikita, and maybe who's somebody else I just can't think of right now. Oh, they had somebody else. Who did they have that was like a really big badass defenseman? An old-time defenseman, not newer, old-time, like original 6 time frame. Oh, there's a Blues fan. So the Kings are doing their thing. There's a Blues fan in a great Gretzky jersey standing right behind the camera, or right behind him. He's standing right there with that Blues jersey on. Right? Phil. Go for it, dude. I love it, man. He's doing this with the jersey. I love it, man. All right. Hopefully Wendy answers. Are we still there, guys? Are you still with me?
Oh,
Esposito. Okay, Esposito's who I was talking about. Who yeah. So I can see Esposito going in. They don't have that many retired numbers, though. The Blues actually have more retired numbers than they do, I think. Wendy, don't you guys only have like 3 or 4 retired numbers? You have some honored numbers, but I think you only have like 3 or 4 retired numbers.
So this is a big one.
Say again?
And I just was saying that this was a big one. That this was a game that we got to look at as well. If the Blues can crawl back in this game and tie this game up and hopefully try to win this game in regulation, obviously you take away the 2 points. And as of current time, the Ducks are up 2-1 on the San Jose Sharks. So that's a game. If the San Jose Sharks lose, they're missing 2 points there as well. So
I think I said that a little while ago. Right.
Okay.
Blackhawks inaugural Hall of Fame class is all retired numbers. Duncan Keith, Steve Lamar, and they just added Troy Murray.
Duncan Queef.
Yeah. The Blackhawks have retired numbers. Oh, they got as many as the Blues. 1, 3, 7, 9, 18, 21, 35, and 8 are 81. I think is what he means there. 81. Not 8. Okay. So 1, 3. He says there 1, 3. I think 1 is Hull. Or Glenn Hall. 9 is Bobby Hull. I don't know who the others are. Stan Nikita might have been 7, but I'm not sure. And I'm not sure who 81 is. But I don't know Blackhawks numbers. I mean, no, I barely know Blues numbers, and I love the team. So, I mean, I think I could name all of the retired numbers and who they are, but I don't think I could get all the Hall of Famers. Right? And in all actuality, the Blues only have 2 what I consider pure Hall of Famers. 2. Right? Maybe 3, but 2 for sure. Right? Like if I asked you who are Blues Hall of Famers, I mean true, not Blues Hall of Fame, but the NHL Hall of Fame. Who are the true Blues, the Blues that are in the Hall of Fame? And I'm not talking about Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky played half the season, played 20 games. He's not a true Blue. So that gives you an idea of where I'm going with that. Right? So who do you think of is a true Blue in the NHL Hall of Fame? I can only think of 2. Maybe 3. Maybe 3.
Maybe.
Who do you have?
I mean, a lot of these guys probably weren't even in, like, I mean, probably the guys that you're talking about probably weren't even in my time.
Nope, they weren't.
I mean, I would assume is Kelly Chase in the Hall of Fame?
No,
he's not. Okay. Who else could I be thinking of? I don't even know, to be honest. I mean, like I said, if these weren't my time, I hate when you do this because then you make me look like an idiot.
I didn't mean to do it. I'm not It's just history.
Um,
That's all it is.
I
It's
mean,
Blues history. So I'm not trying to make you look like an idiot. I'm really not.
um,
Don't take it
it,
that way. Please don't. So the guys that I think of when I think of a true blue in the Hall of Fame is Bernie Federko and Brett Hull. Pronger, maybe. Pronger's my maybe. But I don't think he was like, he didn't completely, I don't know how many years he played with the Blues, but like
so
he made his name with the Ducks. Didn't he get his cup with the Ducks? And he made
yeah,
I felt like
so
he made his name elsewhere. And then Al McGinnis, same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It
That's
felt
I
like
was
he
just about.
made his name elsewhere, right?
I get that. That would have been the only guy. Like, the first two, yeah, I could see that, and then but the third guy would have been for me Al McInnes. I wasn't alive at that time, but obviously I know the name. The name is I do think it does have some value here in St. Louis. So that would have been the only other guy that I would have added to that.
Okay, these are the guys that have worn the Blue Note that are in the Hall of Fame, right? Glenn Anderson, Tom Barrasso, Martin Brodeur, Guy Carbonneau, Bernie Federko, Grant Fuhrer, Doug Gilmore, Wayne Gretzky, Glenn Hall, Doug Harvey, Dale Harlechuk, Phil Housley, Brett Hull, Paul Correa, Guy Lapointe, Al McGinnis, Dickie Moore, Joe Mullen, Vladislav Nebodowski, Adam Oates, Jacques Plant, Chris Pronger, Brendan Shanahan, Peter Stastny, Scott Stevens, and Pierre Turgeon. Those are the guys that are in the Hall of Fame that wore the Blue Note. Only two of them really sit for me. I'd have to look at I don't know enough from Pronger about how much he played in St. Louis. He played 9 years in St. Louis. Couple of years in Hartford, year in Edmonton, 3 years in the Ducks, a couple of years in the Flyers. Yeah, I guess you could say that Pronger was more of a blue than he was anybody else. I could give Pronger. Right? And then the other one that I think is close would be McInnes. And I'm almost certain he played the majority of his time somewhere else. Flames and Blues. So, yeah, he played the majority of his career with the Flames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like 13 years he played before he came to the Blues with the Flames. So I don't know. I think I don't know. It's kind of rough for me, but you could go either way, right? And the first 2 years he was there, he played less than 20 games, but then he starts hitting his real spot. So, I lost Justin. The Blackhawks will have more jersey retirement soon. Duncan Key, 2 for Keith, 7 for 19 for Tays, and there should be Troy Murray, and it should be Troy Murray and 88 for Patrick Kane. Why not Red Berenson? Red Berenson spent the majority of his career with, I want to say, the Canadians, right? And I don't even think he's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame. Well, here we go, guys. Here we go. Got it. Got to get shots on goal. Puck drop. Red Berenson played for the Blues 2 separate stints. Berenson's a tough one, but Berenson's not in the actual Hall of Fame. Surprisingly, he's not in the NHL Hall of Fame. There we go. And he could be in for coaching, especially in the collegiate level. Joseph is starting to get to that point where he's gonna be a thorn in our side. Looks like that was an accidental whistle. Oh. Fowler might have gotten hurt, and Finley's coming to his aid. Oh, come on, Finley. Get him harder out there, breaking that one up. 6-6 in the Avs game now. And our closet Avs fan is back. Oh, it's 7-6. It's 7-6 Vancouver with 5:03 in the third.
Jack Finley. I mean, this one got hit. This one got broken up pretty quickly. What is it? The LA player just pretty much went for a hugging match right there.
Yeah.
He didn't really want to. Well, he throws a. This man throws a.
after the shoulder hit, it's just it's awkward.
Okay, yeah, they didn't show the the thing that happened before, the hit that happened before.
Oh well, they did on my feed.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So
yeah, they didn't show it on this feed though.
yeah, no, it didn't look like a dirty hit.
Yeah, that was more like a hugging match. 5 for hugging.
Yeah.
But good for Finley sticking up for the team, playing for each other.
So Finley and Ward both get incidental minors. Or no, he got fighting majors. So no penalty there. Who's got to get one in the back of the net? They got to show some urgency here. That's the only thing that I don't feel like I've seen from them this game yet is any sense of urgency. It's like they showed it in the third period against the Sharks, but it just took too long for it to come up. Two former Blues on the Kings, Edmondson and Joseph. Come on, Thomas. Now, see, that shouldn't be an offsides play to me. No, they did go after him. Kopitar went after Holloway. I'm listening to the Kings feed. And that wasn't two guys just hitting each other. That was Kopitar pushing Holloway offsides. And to me, that shouldn't be an offside.
Yeah, if anything, I feel like you don't see it as much. I feel like you don't see it as much in like real-time hockey in a sense, because I feel like most people, you just don't see it in much in situational. But I honestly feel like in those situations, those should be interference calls.
Yeah.
Those should absolutely be interference calls.
That could have been an interference call. They're trying to play it off on the Kings broadcast. Oh, he was just skating around and ran into him. No, it should have been an interference call. That was a hard hit for. I really do like Broberg and Mayu playing on a pairing together. Seems like they're complementing each other really well, even for their inexperience. And Bennington says, no, thank you. So Murray passed from his battle from cancer. He's truly missed. His radio calls, president of Blackhawks Alumni Association. An all-around great guy, which is why the Muse is added to the Hawks Hall of Fame. Good for him. I know, Wendy. You're, I love you to death, Wendy, but sometimes time and place, but time and place. And then, I get it, but right now with the way things are going, like during the Blues Blackhawks game, that's the time and place to really get into that and show your love. But sometimes, and I love you, and you're always welcome here, but sometimes time and place, my friend, time and place. Well, I mean, I tried to put one in there. Oh, Pareko was on his offhand. Come on, Blues.
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go!
Felt like we needed that. Oh, Fowler just screwed that up. Off a stick and out of play. John Whittle Sr., thank you. Ah, good face-off win for the Blues. Oh, that was a high stick. Yeah, they called it too. Yay, they called it. Just got to get one in the back of the net. Got to get one in the back of the net. Another offensive zone faceoff coming up. 11:21 to go in the regulation. Jeremy Rutherford put out just 12 shots in the game, 5-on-5 for the Blues, and 4 are from Torpachinko. Not going to win many Westman games with that being the case, and that is absolutely true. But I mean, I thought Kyrou had, maybe some of them were on the power play, but I thought Kyrou had a bunch of shots. They've got it. Well, they've got him. Kyrou's got, wow. Any guess how many attempts Kyrou has? Guess not. Dismissed. 6. That is low. 10 attempts from Kyrou. 3 on net, 4 were blocked, 3 missed. 10 attempts. But I haven't heard his name called in a while. I wonder if he got benched again. No, he's got 19 shifts out there, so. There we go. Yeah, he's out there. He just broke that up. Glove saved by Bennington. Kings are swarming. 9:26 to go in the third. Oh, that was close. Commercial break. That's why we're being quiet right now.
I'm just kind of taking a note of what I'm seeing in this game and how they're going to close this out and how they're going to try to come back in this game. I mean, it's a one-shot game, 1-goal game.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. It's stuck in the past, baby.
You got to tie this game, man. I mean, this is an LA team that is not overly impressing me by any means. They need to get something going.
Dante's Inferno is blowing up. Perfect and convenient night not to be able to score. Not. I won't say this other word. Hope they can grind this out somehow, some way. he is. Dante Zaberno is going off. I don't know if they like when the NHL does that, where they turn the game into a cartoon. I'm not a fan of that. That should have been an interference call. They're just not calling interference at all, and it needs to get called a lot more. Stay on the puck. Out of play. Vancouver ends up defeating the Avalanche 8-6. Ducks are up 3-2 with 9:55 to go in the third on the Sharks. Ducks are doing what they're supposed to. Now if the Blues can do what they're supposed to. Kushnevis gets tackled and they just let it go. Oh, Broberg. Oh! Wow, I thought we had that. Pareko. Swarming, come on. Put this in the net. Ah. Now, how do you not call that trip? Oh, come on. 6:20 to go. Shots 22-20. Blues are definitely taking their shots this period. Oh, maybe you lost it. Maybe you had it and you lost it. $5:30 and counting. Well, they're doing what they got to do to win this game. I will say that. Last commercial break.
Yeah, almost. They almost had one, man. They were getting the puck. They were getting some chances. There's some chaos there. Just couldn't get it. You know, we're seeing it again. We're seeing that push. Hope they still got enough time to get one. We haven't seen it yet. The game's not over yet, but with obviously you need the 2 points here. You need, obviously you needed to not give LA a point, but if the Ducks can hang on and beat the San Jose Sharks, and they beat them in regulation, getting a point is okay in this game.
Yeah, it helps,
you want to, but
the thing is,
again,
you're not.
It does help. It does help.
Yeah, but you're not. If the Kings win this game, you're not 4 points behind You're not 4 points behind. You're 6 points behind because the Kings jump, or you're 5 points behind because the Kings jump into that wild card spot. So this game is extremely important. Say again.
I'm not really talking about the Kings. I'm just talking about from a Blues standpoint.
Yeah. Okay.
Seeing as the San Jose Sharks, they're there with you too. They're ahead of you. They beat you in the last game in regulation. If they're going to lose in regulation against the Ducks, and you at least get a point, you're at least catching up with San Jose. I'm not saying you just want a point. You want 2 points, but if you can get this into overtime, you get a chance for their 2 points. And yes, you give LA a point, but that's just a point.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So, and like I said, you would have first of all, if you take LA to you're taking away another game that they could possibly win a game in regulation. So if it comes down to a tiebreaker, the Blues would still have that. Yep. So, but we'll see. They still got plenty of time here. They're pushing. I hope they can get one. Because again, LA is just playing prevent defense, and they've been they've gotten away with some calls in this period.
Oh yeah.
So definitely should have been shorthanded a couple times in this period. See, and this is one of those games where your defense isn't failing you. I mean, obviously you gave up the far side cross crease power play goal, but your defense isn't failing you. Your offense is failing you in this game.
No, your offense definitely is failing you in this game. Good save by Bennington. Shots 23-21. There should have been an interference there. Dvorsky's going for the puck, and he can't get to it because he's being held. Four minutes to go. Holloway just missed. It's either Forsberg or Thomas.
I think it's it's either Broberg or Thomas. It's either hits a King's skate or it hit Robert Thomas. I think it might hit Robert Thomas. No, there's no way that this is going to be a kicking motion. Not a chance. I could be wrong, but we'll see. No.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think that's kicking.
Absolutely not. Thomas is not even at the net. That is a complete deflection. That's not a kicking motion.
They may challenge it.
But it's not a kicking motion. It's not a kicking motion. Thomas is not even facing the net. That's not a kicking motion. Yeah. I don't know. No, I don't. It doesn't look like the Kings are challenging. Nope, Kings are not challenging.
Yeah, that's a redirect.
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry. I'm blind, but that's not a redirect. Or that's not a kicking motion.
If it was a distinct kicking motion, Toronto would have intervened, and they said that on the Kings broadcast.
Yeah, that's for the scenarios. I know it's a little different sometimes because you can kick the puck, but the problem with that is when you see a kicking motion, usually the player towards the net is facing the net. Robert Thomas is not facing the net. So obviously that takes a little bit into account because to kick the puck, if you're kicking the puck, if you're not looking at the net, you're kicking the puck probably forward ahead of you, not back into the net.
Yeah, to me you could see where that was kind of a direction because you're allowed to redirect the puck into the net. Mm-hmm. You're allowed to turn your skate.
Now I will say, does Robert Thomas do this on purpose and pivot his foot or skate? Absolutely. He did that on purpose. But it was, like you said, I'm 100% with you. That's the deflection and putting your positioning of your skate is not kicking. So, all right. Well, there you go. That's what you needed. The Blues needed this. The Blues needed this, and you can't give this away. You got to keep playing your game. Do not put your
Thomas.
Do not back off.
Holloway and wait a minute.
Oh my God! Imagine, bro. Look at the hustle though by Suter though. I mean Suter with the hustle, just absolutely not giving up on the play.
Yeah, you need that. So when you look at this with he just misses. When you look at this play with Thomas, the way his foot goes down and it catches the puck, that's why you can sit there and say maybe it was a kick, but at the same time, you're right. He's turned, and the way his skate is, he's not pushing his skate towards the net. His skate it's facing away and does not go towards the net. So that's why I think that the kicking motion comes off. What?
I just was laughing at what Aaron said. This type of situation wouldn't be. See, I would question it a little bit because of, yes, you do have kicking motions, but I look at the positioning the most in this factor because Robert Thomas is not facing the goaltender, and the puck is not a rebound. It is a shot. So the shot happens, and it's just a clean deflection. Now, if it was like a rebound and then it went in the net, then you would look at a kicking, but it was not.
Yeah.
So
And no, you're right.
that's just me.
And
That was a
had
pretty
lot to do
simple
with
call.
The fact that it was a shot, not a rebound.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we saw that earlier. Didn't we see that a couple games ago when Robert Thomas was another one? Didn't he have a kicking goal that got called back one of the other games a couple games ago? Yeah, that one was a kicking motion.
Now we're going to the box. It looks like.
Of course we are. Why would we not play 5-on-5 hockey when the Kings have gotten away with interference after interference after trip in this period, and then you're going to put the Blues in the box
and that's
for the last.
God, I hope this doesn't hurt. And oh wow, that should not be. I'm sorry, that's not a trip. That's not a trip at all. That's the stuff that's got to get looked at. That's not a trip at all. When you go back and look at that on the replay, that's not a trip at all. That's why this stuff needs to be looked at. Oh my goodness.
I think Bennington's stick actually clips Panarin's stick or skates too. But that's fine. But again, I go back to why are we calling penalties? You didn't call shit the whole period. Then you're going to call one in 2 minutes left in the game?
Because it looks obvious when it really isn't. It looks like an obvious strip. This is where the NHL's got to really bring back the rules there, but they got to bring back the embellishment, right? It's got to come on because that's the embellishment.
I'll be honest. I'm sorry. I'm just so tired of seeing games possibly end with power plays in the last freaking minutes of the game. I'm tired of seeing that.
I don't mind it if it's legitimate. I don't mind if it's legitimate. You're right. You can't put the whistle away when it's legitimate.
Yeah, if it's legitimate, sure.
That one is on the edge of legitimacy.
For me, I don't particularly have the worst amount of hate for that call. My problem is you didn't call anything before that. You put your whistles away. You didn't call any of the interference calls that should have been called in LA the whole period. And then you're going to call a penalty.
I get you, but I'm just saying because that one, while the other interferences looked like they were in the play, this one.
See right there, Thomas just gets interfered with. LA does not attempt to play this puck. The LA defender blocks Thomas off completely.
Yeah.
Should have been interference. Was not.
Blocked out of play.
21
seconds left in the power play.
And I get it. I sound like a complete baby, but you got to have consistency. This is what we've been talking about all year. It's not the calls, it's the consistency.
And I've told you I'm okay with that. I've told you I'm going to give them the
Oh, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm not directing that at you. I'm just saying.
Again, because we're bouncing things off of each other, right? You're saying something. I'm telling you how I feel about it. You're telling me that you want consistency. And I agree with you. I want the consistency also. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah. LA has the least amount of regulation wins. LA has benefited from the loser point a lot this year. Same with the Vegas Golden Knights. LA has 19 regulation wins. 19. Well, we'll see. 26 seconds left.
Yep.
Hopefully your daughters are having fun at this game at least.
Yeah, they are. They've been messaging me. They've both been messaging me. Even my youngest, who doesn't care about sports, they did what you said. They got a goal.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Aaron. Hopefully, Parayko's been all over this game. He's been very good in this game. Parayko's been probably the best defenseman in this. No, I guess I can't say the best. The Blues' defense has been pretty good in this game.
Really good. Mayhew's
but Parayko's been all over the ice.
Been great. Fowler's probably the only one that maybe I have a question with. But other than that, I don't have an issue with our defensive core tonight. Hell, that goal was all Broberg. It went in off of Thomas, but that was Broberg getting in the spot where he needed to be. Well, they killed the penalty. Now can we not have a 1.6 seconds And there we go. We're going to bonus hockey.
There you go. That's what you needed, okay? So that's what you needed. You needed, and I hate to say it again. I'm going to say it. This helps you in the end because although, you want the 2 points and you do give LA a point, but the positive with this is you don't. First of all, late in the season, if say you come down to a tiebreaker with an LA, you're going to win that tiebreaker because first of all, they don't have enough regulation wins. If LA stays in that position, you're only giving them a point. If you can win this game and get the 2 points, you're giving them a point. So then they tie Nashville. So that means if you win this game, you're still 2 points out.
Yep.
So it is crucial. But with the Blues getting a point in this game and LA getting
you got to get it. You can't let it go to the shootout. You got to get it. You need the walk. You need the row, right? So first tiebreaker that you talked about is the RW regulation win. The second tiebreaker is the row regulation overtime wins. That's what you need next. You got to get that. I don't know where the Blues are with row. Actually, the Blues is low. I know the Blues strength is going to rely on their regulation wins. That's the only hope that they have because overtime wins not going to be anywhere in that question. Only got like one, right?
No, they got more than one, but they're not going to be in that discussion. They gotta again, like I said, if LA wins this game, you still got a point out of it. Obviously, you want 2, but if LA wins, they leapfrog Nashville, but by 1 point. So they only leapfrog them by 1 point, but you still get a point. So that would put you not 4 points back. It would put you 3 points back. 3. So you're still growing at least, but you want 2. You obviously want 2.
Actually, I think it keeps you 4 points back.
Hopefully they can win. Let's see. And we got a point. Yeah, we did, Braden. Yeah, please get it done. Yeah, I'm with you.
Kings. Most exciting part of the game coming up. Love it. Well, let's hope so. Broberg has been my player of the game.
I think all the defensemen have been great in this game. Broberg, like I said, Broberg just continues.
Broberg. Oh, no. Woo! Bennington with Winnington tonight. Woo! That had me scared. Sheepies. What? This is 3-on-3 hockey now. Exciting.
What a save by Bennington, man! Broberg. He had him beat. Broberg gets tripped. Broberg gets tripped or whatever, and they get this, but Bennington comes up big. Huge save by him.
Holy jumping! You're right, Aaron. Oh, Snoogarood. Oh, he didn't. He gets blocked. They are definitely, everybody's buzzing. These are two teams trying to get that point.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and that's what we've seen.
Going after row. Say again?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But that's what we're seeing. Like in the last couple overtimes that we've seen, we've talked about 3-on-3 overtime being a complete disappointment, and you're seeing teams going to 3-on-3 overtime and not play for the point. Not play for the extra point. Oh wow.
Well, yeah. And not only that, the Sharks beat the Ducks. They ended up beating them.
Of course they did. Why wouldn't they? The Ducks are a bunch of choke artists. Why wouldn't they? Jesus, man. Jesus. Well, you got a point. Playoff hopes looking slimmer and slimmer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Another game. The Blues come back in. They tie it up, and then just slips through their fingers. At least they get a point in this one.
The Blues, when it comes to row, are at the back of everybody. They have 30. The Kraken have 31. Jets have 30. Nashville is 30. Sharks have 33. And the Kings have 26. So we have all the tiebreakers on the Kings.
Mhm.
Kings only have 19 regulation wins. Holy Christ.
Yeah, you didn't hear me? I said that.
Yeah. Well, you said you had I didn't hear how many you had said they had. You said they had the least.
I said 19. Yeah, I said
Yeah.
19. Yeah, 19.
Wow.
They that's all they have for regulation wins. Yeah, they've relied on the loser point a lot, which is the
18 OT losses.
Yeah, they've relied. It's the same with Vegas. They've taken advantage of the loser point.
Yeah. Well, the Blues have too. I mean, we have 12. We don't have. I mean, they got 18, but we would be fourth in the division when it comes to that. Tied for fourth. We have the same as Dallas and Wild have. Well, tough game. Is it me? But is 3-on-3 been more active since the Olympics? Like they saw what it has been. It absolutely has been, and it feels. And you're right. It does feel like once the Olympics kind of played off, that's what guys are doing. They're not playing for they're playing for that point. They're not trying to get to the shootout. And this is what the league wanted. I think the league needed that gold medal game 3-on-3. Right? Well, Bennington should have gotten a star here. He won't, but he should have. They're calling the stars now, and obviously Bennington's not getting one, but he should have. Oh, actually, Thomas got one. Thomas, Kempe, and Moore. How do you not give the goalies on that? 23 for 24 and 24 for 26.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you, man.
Yeah. They swept the Blues. Two of them were in overtime. So, the Blues played them hard, and it was fun to watch. It was good hockey, and I can't wait for tomorrow's show.
Yeah, should be a fun one. I'm excited to have him on, and yeah, I mean, like I said, with this loss, it definitely lessens it, and of course, like I said, the Ducks can't hold on to a lead. Shocker.
Well, I mean,
they lose.
This is updated as of right now. Kings have 78 points. The Blues have 74, so they're 4 points behind.
Mm-hmm.
Right, with getting that point. Kraken are at 75. The Sharks now, who have a game in hand on the Blues, are at 77. So they're tied with Nashville, but they have the tiebreaker with least games played. So again, unfortunately, the Blues don't control their own destiny, but they're not out of it yet. Right?
No, they're not out of it yet, and it's just like I said, you got a point, so that's your saving grace in this one is you got a point at least. You wanted to, but again, that one's tough because with the Ducks blowing that game, I mean, that doesn't help you. That does not help you because the Ducks blowing that game.
You need to go beat the Ducks.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got to beat the Ducks now.
Friday.
The Ducks is
beat the Ducks Friday.
Yeah. The Ducks is you must beat the Ducks. You have to beat the Ducks, and you have to beat them in regulation.
Yeah.
So we'll see
in regulation.
We'll see. Like I said, all hope's not lost. I'm not giving up until the end of the season, but it is looking slimmer. I will say that. But again, at the end of the day, this team having a better culture, having a more winning approach, and starting out the gate hot instead of having to make a miracle run in the end is what I want more so than maybe having to see playoff hockey. I do want playoff hockey because the atmosphere is just ecstatic and. Yeah. The Blues bring it.
And it's fun doing the show every other night, Yeah,
absolutely. So we'll see. So obviously, Blues lose. we'll see what they can do. See if they can strike some miracle magic.
Well,
get to
yep.
grow a magic bean.
We got a couple
know.
people watching. If anybody wants to make any last minute comments before we go away, Justin, I need to talk to you when the show's over.
No, I'm okay.
If not, well, I gotta wait the 15 seconds to make sure, see if anybody comes up with anything. Doesn't look like it. So I have but one question for you. How do we end the show?
I think we got to ask where the girls. Where they at?
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo. And I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
And I want to know, Blues fans, are you ready for the question? Everyone watching the Blue Note Fan Report, are you ready for the question? Justin, are you ready for the question?
I'm ready for the question.
Who's late for dinner?
Where are the boys? Where are they at?
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, for my co-host, Justin Eagle Eye Scott, saying aloha mahalo. Thank you for watching the Blue Note Fan Report. Please catch us tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time as we have Mike Meyer from STL Sports Central. He is a prospect guru. He is going to tell us all about the guys in the pipeline, the guys ready to come up, and he's also might have some insight into the draft. What the Blues might do, what their thought processes are. So check us out tomorrow. Tomorrow we only have them for an hour, so have your questions ready. And I may not get to it, but I'm going to do my best. Have your questions ready to go because we've only got an hour tomorrow. This is Guy and Justin saying aloha mahalo, and we'll see you all on the next Blue Note Fan Report. And you got to know that I'm bleeding blue with you.
And as always, let's go Blues.